Once upon a time in the far-off land of Utopia, there lived a notorious, flamboyant creature known as Cher the Evil Queen. Unlike most queens, Cher wore her malevolence like a crown, and her twisted purpose was simple: collect as much coin as possible, all while claiming her efforts went toward rescuing the lost, innocent baby dragons of Utopia. Her methods were wild, her intentions sinister, and her laugh a bone-chilling cackle that could send shivers down even the bravest knight's spine. Cher had perfected the art of public deception. She'd set up a baby dragon rescue fund, claiming it would help locate and rehabilitate missing baby dragons who had mysteriously vanished. With her entourage of goblins, psychics, and devoted followers, she'd make grandiose speeches in the village square, draped in sequins and glitter, declaring, "For the dragons, my children." Every coin helped save a tiny, scaly soul. But the village wasn't convinced at first. After all, Queen Cher's beard, a monstrous, patchy, rainbow-colored mess, was clearly fake, and the more observant villagers suspected her motives. Sensing their hesitation, Cher promised she'd shave it off right there in the square if they raised enough dragon dollars. With that, her goblin posse leapt into action, spreading throughout the crowd, rattling buckets labeled Dragon Egg Fund and shrieking, "For the dragons!" while psychics in flowing robes chanted in strange tongues, "Save the babies need you." Slowly but surely the coins started flowing in, and Cher's beard remained intact. She used her newfound wealth to host grand parties, filled with a bizarre crew of other tragedy pimp clowns from the land of Utopia. These weren't your typical jesters, but rather a menagerie of scammy mystics, scheming soothsayers, and shameless hucksters who went by names like the Prophetess of Tears, Woemaster Wizzy, and Sorrowful Sarah of the Stars. Together they'd laugh and clink their goblets, cheering to another big haul for the dragons. It wasn't long before Cher got bored with mere deception. She craved more power, more influence, and most of all, more drama. So with a wicked gleam in her eyes, she set her sights on a darker conquest: the families of those baby dragons she claimed to be saving. With her mischievous grin and a sinister purr in her voice, she'd zero in on the husbands of these grieving wives, carefully selecting those she thought looked particularly susceptible. She'd send them comforting messages, offering her sympathies in the form of notes that reeked of manipulation, each one ending with a seductive wink or a pouty-lipped doodle of her innocent intentions. But oh, that was only the beginning. Cher's messages became bolder, her tone increasingly flirty, until she began sending photos of herself in sheer, glittering robes, artfully posed to enhance her assets and coyly captioned, "I'd give up my crown for a dragon savior like you." The men, hypnotized by Cher's foul, enchanting spirit, were drawn deeper into her web, their hearts and minds clouded by her devious allure. And so they fell under her spell, mesmerized by her promises, while their wives watched in horrified silence, helplessly witnessing the queen's grip tighten on their husbands. Distraught wives from across Utopia began to confront Cher, begging her to leave their husbands alone, to cease her unholy seductions. But Cher would only laugh in their faces, offering fake sympathy while slyly suggesting they simply weren't offering the proper dragon-saving energy their men needed. Her power over these grieving families grew stronger with every tear and broken heart. At her command, the goblins, dressed in their finest torn tunics, would line up around her, clinking buckets and chanting, "For the dragons, for the drama." Her boyfriend, the towering Mr. Beastman, watched this all unfold with glee. Beastman was an ominous brute with rippling muscles, a penchant for gold-plated armor, and an eye for glamour that rivaled Cher's own. Together, they were an unstoppable force of flashy deceit, with Beastman frequently proclaiming to the townsfolk, "Every coin you give to Queen Cher is a coin that saves a baby dragon." With a single stomp of his giant, glitter-covered boots, the crowd would go wild, reaching into their pockets for more donations as Cher blew kisses to the menfolk, promising, "I'll rescue those dragons just for you, my dear heroes." And so the evil queen's influence spread further. She began organizing grandiose, over-the-top parties for her dragon-saving cult, each one more lavish than the last. These gatherings became the talk of Utopia, with Cher and her tragedy pimp clowns reveling in their ill-gotten gains, all while claiming it was for the noblest of causes. One evening, Cher even threw a dragon egg masquerade ball. where her minions and followers dressed as baby dragons, adorably tragic, scaled costumes with teary eyes and singed wings, shuffling around and bowing to their evil queen. When she wasn't at her parties, Cher was taking her manipulation to new heights. She'd invite psychics and mediums to communicate with the souls of the baby dragons, claiming she alone held the power to bridge the realms. With each dramatic seance, she'd swoon, sway, and moan, summoning the spirits while her goblin crew passed around more buckets, now labeled Dragon Spirits Demand Tribute. The psychics would shriek and wail, insisting the dragons spoke only to Cher, while goblins rattled the donation buckets and growled, coins, coins for Cher and her noble cause. Meanwhile, Queen Cher's face underwent a complete transformation. All thanks to her Dragon Fund's generous supporters, she now sported an unnaturally dazzling set of porcelain teeth, the kind that glimmered even in the dim torchlight of her lair. She'd flash these dazzling, dragon-funded teeth at every poor soul who questioned her sincerity, hypnotizing them with the sheer absurdity of her dental brilliance. And of course, Mr. Beastman was treated to the finest beard oils and fur dye products, ensuring he was as equally dazzling and disturbing as his twisted queen. But one day, a brave villager named Kip, sick of Queen Cher's theatrics, hatched a plan to expose her for the fraud she was. Armed with a small scroll and an absurdly large feathered quill, Kip snuck into one of Cher's infamous parties. The spectacle that awaited him was even more outlandish than he'd imagined. Cher and her minions, dressed in feathered capes and metallic tunics, were dancing in a circle around a giant, sparkly dragon statue made entirely of teeth. Yes, every last one of those shiny white molars had been donated by the villagers themselves, under the guise of saving the dragons. Kip could hardly believe his eyes as he watched the tragedy pimp clowns twirl and cheer around the grotesque monument, and at the heart of it all was Cher, draped in a cloak of fine velvet, lifting her goblet high and proclaiming, to the baby dragons and their generous, generous friends. Her tragedy pimp clowns cheered wildly, while Kip scribbled furiously, determined to capture every bit of evidence to bring her reign to an end. When Kip finally stepped forward and shouted, "Queen Cher, your lies end here," she looked at him with a dramatic gasp, then let out a laugh so sinister that the torches flickered. "Oh, darling," she sneered, "the people want to believe in the dragons, and I'm here to give them exactly what they want." Her goblins surrounded Kip, cackling and chanting, "For the queen, for the drama." With no other choice, Kip was forced to leave, but his tale spread like wildfire across Utopia. Even though Cher's followers dwindled, there were always a few enchanted souls bewitched by her charms, her fake beard, and her dragon dollars ruse, willing to fall for her schemes. And as for Queen Cher, she continued her reign, laughing and cackling, forever flaunting her gleaming, dragon-funded smile, all while proclaiming, "For the dragons, darlings, always for the dragons."
Again, she could talk, right? Maybe the boys weren't being abused, but she could talk and being the little girl. And I'm sorry, but the record from his own female family, I mean, it doesn't look good. I see flags as well. So it's either that or they have her hiding, again, for what I don't think would be good reasons, because she's the girl and they're trying to outsmart CPS, or I don't know. I mean, unfortunately, I'm in the boat that she's gone, but they keep talking statistics, and that's why I feel that way. But I have a little bit of hope with how they talk that maybe she is being held somewhere.
Yeah, it's interesting how he says a lot of past tense stuff. And do you guys still kind of lean towards maybe church member might know what happened to Little Poor Summer?
That's how I feel. I feel that way.
Let's see, there's Robin. What's the guy's name again that took on the boys' putt-putt? Is it Don or not Don?
David?
Yeah, David. Supposedly with those guys being there, but you think the cops would keep a very close eye on him, or if they okay for him to take the boys with that situation?
You would think. Yeah, you would think.
I've caught the church people in some lies. So
that's definitely true. It's that's listening to I can't remember, it was on Netflix and talking about like cults and different stuff, and that's where I heard about the Seventh-day Adventist Church and David Koresh and how he was a break off from them, and Waco, Texas, and everything happened there. So there seems to be a lot of patterns and stuff as far as like cults and what happened. I mean,
even reading what Don writes and the words coming out of his mouth, like I'll see Summer again at the resurrection and the commandment keepers.
Yeah,
the
that's
way
just
he's
weird.
talking is it's very weird. And actually, that's what made me look into that church. I reached out to Robin today. I did ask her if she wanted to come on here and say anything, and she is still very much defending the family. But I made it clear, Tammy, I think I made it clear that I think the family is involved, but I was still kind of respectful to her and her beliefs. But the thing is I caught somebody in the church, either the pastor or Robin, is lying, because David said they called 911, then they called him right away, and he got there immediately. And when he got there, helicopters were going, the dogs were out and everything, right? He said, but Robin said, Candace kept calling me. She finally got a hold of me on my Facebook Messenger and said, Summer's missing. I dropped everything I was doing and got there immediately. David says Candace tried to get a hold of what's her name? Robin, sorry. Candace tried getting a hold of Robin and couldn't, so she called him instead, and he dropped everything he was doing and got there immediately. So who's lying, the pastor or the Sunday school teacher?
Well, Robin, wasn't she like at a dance recital?
Mm-hmm.
Or some type of dance recital or something for like her own little kids? I thought she said like she was at her daughter's dancing recital or something, for where they had a hard time getting a hold of her.
Yeah, but she said she dropped everything she was doing and got there immediately. But then the pastor says Robin was unavailable. They could not get a hold of Robin at all, so they called him, and he dropped what he was doing and got there immediately. So did Robin drop everything she was doing and get there immediately, or did David drop, or did they both?
Yeah. Well,
Because it was
guess
David who said that she was unavailable, and then all of a sudden she was like, "Yeah, I was at a child's recital or whatever." But even if she was, she may have dropped everything she was doing. But anyways, that's their own words out of their mouth. So it's like, who is lying? Because I feel like I would say, me and the pastor both dropped what we were doing and we were there, or whatever.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the timeline that Hunter gave and the places, and her possibly being hurt then or not, or maybe
I think
she was alive
Let
still?
me answer this question, Barbara. Yes, it is the Seventh Day Adventist Church. That's what it is. I'm sorry, Tudor. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Do you guys think? I'm sorry, Summer. Do you think she was alive and well during Hunter's timeline, all the way up to being dropped off or dropping Hunter off? Then maybe something happened, or you think?
I believe that.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of between an accident at the swim hole to something happening after, and I kind of think she was okay maybe when she got home, but I don't know if I feel weird about her sleeping on ice cold milk. I have kids. We've had hot days. We've been grocery shopping and bought milk. Never have they ever slept on ice cold milk. I've held, like maybe a week ago when we went to Walmart grocery shopping, I took his cold milk and held it to my face for a second, and the shit is cold, ice cold. Yeah. It's not comfortable. So I just don't really know what to make of that. But also I don't know exactly when that was. That could have been 2 hours after the swimming hole. Like we don't know, right? There's time missing that we're not getting told about, obviously.
Yeah. Why shit just doesn't add up?
I do think maybe they went home and something bad happened there. There was a psychic who had said she had saw she was getting her butt whooped by Candace and ran so that her mom couldn't spank her anymore, and kept running. And then that Candace got in her car and was chasing after her. So part of me thought, well, maybe did she chase after? Like if the psychic's right, did she chase after her and maybe hit her with the car? And I mean, like as an accident again? I don't know. Yeah.
Are you guys familiar? I don't know her last name. Juanita, I guess. I guess she has her own Facebook group. She's worked with the FBI. I guess she has a high success on
yes,
finding people.
That's who I was watching, and she also I like her, and she's helped with a lot of cases and has been right on. So I actually just found her yesterday or the day before. I think she's onto something. I'm hoping she found something if the search party didn't, but she said she already did go to. She told them about this turn on the road, and she even said like she thinks something happened at the end of the driveway or something like that. So maybe I mean, car.
It's a good possible because she heard the whatever theory of the dogs, fighting the scent, falling all the way down to the Ben Hill Road or whatever. Mm-hmm. Whatever's true, Donnie's saying or not. There's just too many inconsistencies in their timeline. I think that's probably why people are maybe turning against them a little bit, because nothing's making sense or sounding right. It's not making them look good. I can understand being scared if an accident or something happened, but you would still be better off calling, trying to revive the person or help someone if she was hurt instead of running off. I mean, you look at the Chris Watts case, everything that, it's just, you think you'd be better off just calling the authorities and just being honest with them.
Well, I think their record maybe scares them from that. But then again, there's something that makes me feel unsettled, which is there's a lot of pictures and videos of Summer dancing around this bin that says for sale.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm trying to think, like, what would you, maybe the bin itself was for sale and they bought it, but why? Or like, why would you have, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's how they advertised their dogs they were breeding to sell. I don't know. Something. I mean, of course, I feel weird about that, but
Was it really milk in the jugs? I mean, was it actually cold milk, or do we even know that?
I guess I don't know. I don't know. I know people were asking about the dates. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going with no. Candace and Dawn are not legally married, and the reason why is I haven't been able to find anything that says they're legally married. And she goes by BLY on some things. And if you look at her father's obituary, her last name is Bly, not Wells in it. It says he was survived by, it lists everyone, and Candace Bly, not Wells. So I don't think that they're legally married, no.
Yeah, isn't there like on service day has a law after you've been with someone for so many years, they just basically consider you married? Or
there used to be the
common law. Yeah.
common law,
yeah,
but I'm not sure if they have that anymore.
Yeah.
I know some states do or don't. I don't know. But what if they knew Summer had signs of abuse? They hid her from CPS. That's what I was kind of thinking, Dalen. That gives me a little bit of hope. Like CPS was supposed to be there that day, and it's funny because Don took the boys supposedly to work with him that day, and then they were hiding out because I thought it was weird if they had to wait 20 minutes for a prescription at Walgreens.
Right.
But it took them 10 minutes in drive time alone just to get back and forth to the swim hole from the Walgreens, right? So that never really made sense to me.
Me either.
So, like, if you had to kill time, why wouldn't you just walk through Walgreens? You know what I'm saying? Because you just did half your time in driving alone. So then you had 10 minutes before the prescription's ready to swim.
Well, isn't the swimming hole they go to near the house?
I think this one was like 30 minutes away or something.
Yeah.
It was closer to Allie's house, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Closer where they were doing errands.
Okay.
And I believe when Mr. Cher did the routing, it was like 21 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
Mr. Cher will be back.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know, what, I think that
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just thinking if it was closer to the house, why would they go all the way back to the house to the swimming hole and then back to get the medicine? But if it was closer to the pharmacy, then maybe not.
Yeah, I think everything was closer to the pharmacy and the general area where they were at. So that's why they decided to go swimming out Warrior Stables Park or something.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Chris McDonough's doing an interview at the Warrior Park stable with Candace and scheduled for tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, so I don't believe that they have, I know Don's saying they have an attorney, but there's no way they have an attorney. The attorney would, first of all, I would assume not let them be doing these kind of interviews and keep posting because he's posting again today on his Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, well, especially, I don't think they would want you to be talking to TBI too. You know, if they have a lawyer and kind of want you to go silent on everything.
He said that he wanted that they're asking Candace to go take a third lie detector test. That's from Don's mouth.
Yeah,
well, I see you, Leathern Lakes.
So did he go back home?
To Utah or to his house in Tennessee?
He's home. He's home.
To his house.
Robin, the church person.
Okay.
Yeah, he's home. He left for a day to a friend, and then Robin, the Sunday school teacher, called him to go home, and he did. That's what I was told anyway. And he's gonna get that pie.
Yeah. Well, obviously, it seems like the news is tightening up on him and how Don was sounding and taking the kids away and stuff. So it seems like there's definitely a direction that the police authorities are going with their theory on this case or whatever. Evidence and everything that's coming back definitely point the fingers at the parents, whether which one did it or not, or what they know. But sounds like they're trying to extract more information out of them.
Yeah.
So, but
yes, he did. He inherited that house from his father or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Utah. It's a little bit rougher in Ogden, Utah, where he grew up versus where I was more around the country there in Utah. It's there's a lot more drug activity and stuff going on. It's a rough town. It's definitely for that. So I can see why maybe some of the things happen or why he might have the police record he does. It's definitely a poverty place. But I think of it too, it's just a lot of dysfunction in that family. As you know, again, once we're hearing, I think a lot of this would tie into Summer and possibly what happened to her. I mean, you see some of the pictures where she's like covering her crotch area and stuff. And I mean, a lot of people hasn't seen good. Seems pretty like she's trying to protect herself or not. It just, and then just like, again, you know, how excited she would get. You see her running in church and wanting to be held by Robin and other people and just starving for, you know, that love or whatever. It just, something wasn't right in that home, obviously. That I believe we all can agree on that or not. But
definitely. I mean, when Candace said something too that really stuck out to me, I'm not sure if a lot of you guys caught it, but the very first interview when she's on the news, she says, nobody would treat Summer like that as long as I'm around, or nobody would do those things to Summer if I'm around. But she doesn't. It's weird how she says it. Like, what things? Beating her up? Like, what are you talking about? So, yeah,
right,
I don't know. It just stood out to me. Like, what do you mean they wouldn't do what if you were around?
What's your guys' thoughts on not getting the posters and her pictures out as quickly?
Oh, I was telling him that today because Mountain Girl, I want to get her channel right. I quite like it. Let me look at it quick so I say it right. Yeah. Some of you might know.
212 or something? Yeah,
there's some numbers after. Sorry, I want to say because I quite like her, and you guys should subscribe if you want to. It'll jump her thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she talked a little bit today about Juanita and talking about her track record, and if she had a lost child, she would want Juanita to be on the case too.
Yeah, she called the hippie shack and said, do you have any flyers that were left there? They said no. She called 2 places Candace claimed she went and left flyers at, and they said, no, we don't have any, but if you would like to bring some here, please do. Mountain Girl 212, yes. And I am going to share that link. You guys should definitely subscribe. I really like her.
Well, now that they have the other 2 children, they may find out some more information if they know anything.
Robbie, we love you. And that's another reason why I think that they're not put with family. If they were put with family, the family could still say, no, they're not talking. I think they're not put with family for a couple reasons. Like when I was bounced around foster care, I had to have my name changed, and I was not allowed to go with any family members. Not that I had any family members that were really able to take that position, but they didn't want my mom kidnapping me because she had multiple attempts of kidnapping me. So that would be why they wouldn't put them with a family member. And also, if they're not with a family member, they will be speaking to specialists. They will be getting checked out. They'll be getting evaluated and all of these things, and they will definitely be getting questioned. I'm sure of it.
This is just a possibility, maybe with her timeline and how it could be worked. Obviously she said that she had her go through the front door where the brothers were. Could have been possible too. Once Candace watched her go in the door, she could have snuck downstairs. And then once Summer came down, could have grabbed her, taken her outside, given her like a church member or someone, and they could have driven off with her.
I wondered. I definitely did wonder that.
Because to me,
I definitely wondered that. I still wonder that. Really quick, I want to say Seth is a friend of mine. He's welcome here. I'm not sure. I know some of you guys are saying he wasn't. This is about summer. And, I'm kind of missing what's going on. Seth, I'm just going to ask you if we can keep it about Summer Wells' case. I have no idea what you even said to trigger anyone, so I'm not getting on your case. But
that's just it. He didn't say a dang thing. People are attacking him. That's why I jumped up here to say, hey guys, we're here to talk about Summer and do a fundraiser for Cooter Brown to shave that beard. So let's keep it about Summer. Everyone is welcome in this chat, but we will time you out if you keep attacking other people and bringing up what happened in another creator's channel. That's not what we're here about. That's none of our business, so please stop.
And please that's all I'm asking. Me and text me while I'm live and say, I got timed out or blah, 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 because the mods that I have, I trust. And if they're timing you out, they know rules because we go over rules all the time privately as well, what's acceptable in the chats and stuff. So if they timed you out or whatever for the night, I trust in their choices. So I don't really want to hear about it.
I don't think anyone's timed anybody out, but I think some comments have been deleted just because they're going off topic.
I trust your guys' judgment, so I'm fine with it.
Okay, I'm going to get back down because I took some heavy duty cough medicine, so I'm just going to listen. So I love you guys, and I will be here.
Love you, Nelly.
Love y'all too.
Behave in chat. Nelly doesn't need that shit.
I love everybody in chat. Everybody just be nice. Let's make it a fun night.
Yeah, well, again, I'm here in Southern Florida. It's hot. Let's see how young I look. I have a baby face, so if we raise enough money, let's see how old I look.
I said we're going for 1,000.
Oh, another baby face,
aim high, but you can shave that beard off or whatever you feel like. I was trying to convince him at like 600 to shave.
Yeah, should I shave it off anyway?
Yeah.
We ended up hitting the mark anyway, but
yeah, that was cool. We got Tam is going to come up here and do some card reading a little bit too. And if you guys want to get your cards read for a small donation, she'll do that. Everything is going towards Churchill Search and Rescue Squad, who I just actually watched this week. They are trying to raise $11,000. They went to, what is it called? Like the town hall meeting or whatever. They're trying to get the proper budgeting to keep going on this. So hopefully we can help out with a little bit of that. So.
Yeah, definitely for a good cause.
And the other thing is.
Yeah, it shaved it off because we did a fundraiser on my channel and we hit over 1,000. So I shaved, well, actually Cher shaved it off for me.
Are you going to shave your own, Cooter? Can we get that?
Yeah. Yep. I got my own.
Oh, snap, you guys. Look at that. And we got Michelle in with the first super chat of $20. Should have got a notebook, huh?
I'm keeping track.
Oh, okay. He's got the phone out, keeping track.
Thank you, Michelle.
And even if they found Summer before the money is received, they can use it on other missing children. That's another thing that somebody was saying. They were saying, well, by the time they get the money, they could have found her. Well, yeah, but they can use it for other missing children
they
also.
Tennessee is number 2 in all of the United States for the most missing children. That's why they have this group. So whether Summer is found or not, this money is still going to a very good cause of a lot of missing kids and being able to help this organization continue in the work that they're doing. So I guess call it a charity fundraiser for many missing kids around Tennessee. So
Hey, Sophie.
Hey, Sophie.
Yeah.
So Dana wants to know how long you've been growing your beard, Cooter.
This is about a year.
Wow.
I shaved it about a year ago.
Yeah, yours was about the same.
Yeah, it was about 13 months.
Thank you, Dalen. Thank you, Seth.
Yes, thanks everyone, Mr. Seth.
I was just fixing to say it seems like a year is the goal there, a year, and then it's time to shave it off.
Yeah, I was actually trying to get back in school and trying to go for more of a. I'm studying being an airline pilot, so I want to go with the Alaskan bush pilot type look, I guess.
Oh, that's
but I think helping these guys out in summer, however they can use this money, it's a little bit more important than me having some facial hair.
When you texted me, was it like an hour or two after Mr. Cher had his shaved off? I was like, oh my God, yes. So that's
Yeah, probably
awesome.
it could be. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I think you're right.
Yeah, he reached out, you guys, and he was like, if you want to do this again, I'll let my beard go for a good cause. And I was like, we're planning this.
Yeah, and usually if you have a beard, it takes a very long time going. It's almost like your pride and joy. You really want to take care of it, and it takes a long time to grow and stuff. So
Thank you, Tasha.
$19. Nice.
Thank you. But usually, if a person has a long beard like this, it's usually significant and important to them. They just don't grow them just to grow them for fashion or anything. It's usually they like the look or a meaning or something behind it for them.
Did you say your meaning? Why
Thank you, Tasha.
Well, no, just
Once upon a time in the far-off land of Utubia, there lived a notorious, flamboyant creature known as Cher the Evil Queen. Unlike most queens, Cher wore her malevolence like a crown, and her twisted purpose was simple: collect as much coin as possible, all while claiming her efforts went toward rescuing the lost, innocent baby dragons of Utubia. Her methods were wild, her intentions sinister, and her laugh a bone-chilling cackle that could send shivers down even the bravest knight's spine. Cher had perfected the art of public deception. She'd set up a baby dragon rescue fund, claiming it would help locate and rehabilitate missing baby dragons who had mysteriously vanished. With her entourage of goblins, psychics, and devoted followers, she'd make grandiose speeches in the village square, draped in sequins and glitter, declaring, "For the dragons, my children, every coin helps save a tiny, scaly soul." But the village wasn't convinced at first. After all, Queen Cher's beard, a monstrous, patchy, rainbow-colored mess, was clearly fake, and the more observant villagers suspected her motives. Sensing their hesitation, Shia promised she'd shave it off right there in the square if they raised enough dragon dollars. With that, her goblin posse leapt into action, spreading throughout the crowd, rattling buckets labeled Dragon Egg Fund and shrieking, "For the dragons," while psychics in flowing robes chanted in strange tongues, "Save the babies need you." Slowly but surely the coins started flowing in, and Cher's beard remained intact. She used her newfound wealth to host grand parties, filled with a bizarre crew of other tragedy pimp clowns from the land of Utubia. These weren't your typical jesters, but rather a menagerie of scammy mystics, scheming soothsayers, and shameless hucksters who went by names like the Prophetess of Tears, Woemaster Wizzy, and Sorrowful Sarah of the Stars. Together they'd laugh and clink their goblets, cheering to another big haul for the dragons. It wasn't long before Cher got bored with mere deception. She craved more power, more influence, and most of all, more drama. So with a wicked gleam in her eyes, she set her sights on a darker conquest: the families of those baby dragons she claimed to be saving. With her mischievous grin and a sinister purr in her voice, she'd zero in on the husbands of these grieving wives, carefully selecting those she thought looked particularly susceptible. She'd send them comforting messages, offering her sympathies in the form of notes that reeked of manipulation, each one ending with a seductive wink or a pouty-lipped doodle of her innocent intentions. But oh, that was only the beginning. Cher's messages became bolder, her tone increasingly flirty, until she began sending photos of herself in sheer, glittering robes, artfully posed to enhance her assets and coyly captioned, "I'd give up my crown for a dragon savior like you." The men, hypnotized by Cher's foul, enchanting spirit, were drawn deeper into her web, their hearts and minds clouded by her devious allure. And so they fell under her spell, mesmerized by her promises, while their wives watched in horrified silence, helplessly witnessing the queen's grip tighten on their husbands. Distraught wives from across Utopia began to confront Cher, begging her to leave their husbands alone, to cease her unholy seductions. But Cher would only laugh in their faces, offering fake sympathy while slyly suggesting they simply weren't offering the proper dragon-saving energy their men needed. Her power over these grieving families grew stronger with every tear and broken heart. At her command, the goblins, dressed in their finest torn tunics, would line up around her, clinking buckets and chanting for the dragons, for the drama. Her boyfriend, the towering Mr. Beastman, watched this all unfold with glee. Beastman was an ominous brute with rippling muscles, a penchant for gold-plated armor, and an eye for glamour that rivaled Cher's own. Together, they were an unstoppable force of flashy deceit, with Beastman.
Hey, Blue Solo. If you're out there, let me know. I didn't block you. I'd like you to grab a link. I believe I have the answer to your math problem, sir. I have questions for you. 33 minus 1 equals bust.
Frequently proclaiming to the townsfolk, "Every coin you give to Queen Cher is a coin that saves a baby dragon." With a single stomp of his giant, glitter-covered boots, the crowd would go wild, reaching into their pockets for more donations as Cher blew kisses to the menfolk, promising, "I'll rescue those dragons just for you, my dear heroes." And so the evil queen's influence spread further. She began organizing grandiose, over-the-top parties for her dragon-saving cult, each one more lavish than the last. These gatherings became the talk of Utopia, with Cher and her tragedy pimp clowns reveling in their ill-gotten gains, all while claiming it was for the noblest of causes. One evening, Cher even threw a dragon egg masquerade ball, where her minions and followers dressed as baby dragons, adorably tragic, scaled costumes with teary eyes and singed wings, shuffling around and bowing to their evil queen. When she wasn't at her parties, Cher was taking her manipulation to new heights. She'd invite psychics and mediums to communicate with the souls of the baby dragons, claiming she alone held the power to bridge the realms. With each dramatic seance, she'd swoon, sway, and moan, summoning the spirits while her goblin crew passed around more buckets, now labeled, "Dragon Spirits Demand Tribute." The psychics would shriek and wail, insisting the dragons spoke only to Cher, while goblins rattled the donation buckets and growled, "Coins, coins for Cher and her noble cause." Meanwhile, Queen Cher's face underwent a complete transformation. All thanks to her Dragon Fund's generous supporters, she now sported an unnaturally dazzling set of porcelain teeth, the kind that glimmered even in the dim torchlight of her lair. She'd flash these dazzling, dragon-funded teeth at every poor soul who questioned her sincerity, hypnotizing them with the sheer absurdity of her dental brilliance. And of course, Mr. Beastman was treated to the finest beard oils and fur dye products, ensuring he was as equally dazzling and disturbing as his twisted queen. But one day, a brave villager named Kip, sick of Queen Cher's theatrics, hatched a plan to expose her for the fraud she was. Armed with a small scroll and an absurdly large feathered quill, Kip snuck into one of Cher's infamous parties. The spectacle that awaited him was even more outlandish than he'd imagined. Cher and her minions, dressed in feathered capes and metallic tunics, were dancing in a circle around a giant, sparkly dragon statue made entirely of teeth. Yes, every last one of those shiny white molars had been donated by the villagers themselves, under the guise of saving the dragons. Kip could hardly believe his eyes as he watched the tragedy pimp clowns twirl and cheer around the grotesque monument, and at the heart of it all was Cher, draped in a cloak of fine velvet, lifting her goblet high and proclaiming, "To the baby dragons and their generous, generous friends." Her tragedy pimp clowns cheered wildly, while Kip scribbled furiously, determined to capture every bit of evidence to bring her reign to an end. When Kip finally stepped forward and shouted, "Queen Cher, your lies end here," she looked at him with a dramatic gasp, then let out a laugh so sinister that the torches flickered. "Oh, darling," she sneered, "the people want to believe in the dragons, and I'm here to give them exactly what they want." Her goblins surrounded Kip, cackling and chanting, "For the queen, for the drama." With no other choice, Kip was forced to leave, but his tale spread like wildfire across Utubia. Even though Cher's followers dwindled, there were always a few enchanted souls bewitched by her charms, her fake beard, and her dragon dollars ruse, willing to fall for her schemes. And as for Queen Cher, she continued her reign, laughing and cackling, forever flaunting her gleaming, dragon-funded smile, all while proclaiming, "For the dragons, darlings, always for the dragons."
I was just typing. Listen, two things. Thank you, Running. I come up, let me tell you how I use AI to help me with that. What I do is, I'll show you. I didn't write it. It's not my story. I know people love to take their credit for their AI shit. I don't. I think it's cheating. However, it's fun to use in a quick setting up for a live, right? So I'm going to show you guys how you can use this to help you. Give me 1 second. I went to ChatGPT and I wrote, "Okay, write me a story about a tragedy pimp named Cher, the evil queen. Queen Cher collects money and says it's going to places to help missing baby dragons. She offers to have the village people shave off their beard and collects money, lying, saying the money is going for a good cause. Eventually, she has a cult of psychics and goblins that follow her around everywhere, cheering on her efforts to rip off the good people of Utubia who believe her lies. More and more money is collected with promises of money going to help victims. Then it turns into making friends with victims' families, playing games with their head. She has a boyfriend, Mr. Beastman, who helps in these efforts. She exploits missing baby dragons. Da 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 da. You get the point? Let me come back to chat for a minute." So it's not all my work. I come up with the plot. Chat GPT comes up with the story. And then if you pay for Chat GPT, it uses AI images and it comes up with images. So that's where I come up with the image. You got to ask it. Like I'll ask it for the prompts. Here are the prompts. The question for it was, hold on, because I tried to do it in Wombo and I didn't like the way Wombo was coming out. Make these images resemble the people in this image, not the child, just two adults in a funny cartoon form. Make it a darker, evil background. She looks like a skeleton, him a beast with a beard. And those are the images it came up with. And I asked it to tweak it, give me prompts for it. And this is the one I used. See how honest I am with you guys? However, I own the story if I ever wanted to sell it or something. I don't think I would do that, but Billy Joe and Dawn, then she turned on him. She sure did. So what do you guys think of that? That was an early live, July 25th, 2001. Mark had just shaved his beard on his channel. I didn't go look for that because I figured this was good enough, right? So Mark goes to shave his beard and he collects money. And then Cher goes over to her channel and she has this guy come up. You guys are saying he looks familiar. I'm going to look Cooter. What did you say is Cooter Brown? I wasn't even looking at that. I was thinking he came from the Shanann case, Chris Watts case, because she had just come off of that case covering it. I thought maybe he was just a sub of hers, because that Tammy too, Tammy Barnes, she was always on Cher's very early on. Chasing Truth would always jump on Cher's panel. Every case Cher did, she had to be right in the mix. Then you got Benny and Cher pretending they're meeting for the very first time ever, in my opinion. Right? But July 25th, Cher's taken in money. This is prior. I don't even think, like, she just started talking to Dawn at that point, or wasn't even talking to him yet. So very early in the case. She does the same thing in Quentin's case with her fucking face on his wall. Cher, I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of it. Why can't you stop doing that? Just like Molly, you're entertaining. But you do shit that causes problems. You're sending Dawn pictures, acting like he's your man. Candace is in the background begging you to please quit calling her man, yet you keep doing it. You're enticing him. By the way, I think your monster tattoos rock, but you got a flat ass. The fucking nightgown you wore wasn't even fucking tempting. I don't like the shit you do in these cases. Why are you collecting money? I want receipts. I think everybody should be asking for receipts. I'm going to go through that live and I'm going to count the money. And I'm going to go through every live after that. So go ahead and block them, because I know that's probably what you'll do, like everybody the fuck else. But I'm going to go count how much money until you do that you collected. I want to see receipts for every fucking cent that you collected in Summer's case. And I still am demanding a fucking apology from you to Danny. You owe him one. You're a fucking clown. You went to Juanita. Oh, yeah, she told me she was down there. I talked to her. I seen her yesterday. They were talking about Juanita. July 25th. What the fuck was you up to? Who thinks I'm yelling at them? Who is that? Jasper. Oh, Jasper. Aw. Come here, Jasper.
No, he's beating me up.
He's beating you up. They're playing. Earl's getting ready to go to work. I think you need to show receipts. She collects money. I don't know how long in this live, but I remember this. Like, I was subbed to Cher, I think, from the Watts case. Before I came to Summer's case, I think I just used to watch her. I didn't understand chat and how creators worked. And I would go and watch videos and her lives, I guess. At the time, I didn't know they were lives or understand it. I wasn't into this. I was subbed to Cher before I ever came to Summer's case. No, she won't do it, Running Bear. I want to see the amount of money that she fucking collected. I'm not kidding. She's such a crook. Sorry I didn't come live earlier today. I had to put some content. I wasn't feeling it, to be honest with you. I was being lazy this afternoon. Me and my husband slept till like 3:30. I was up. He wasn't, but we were like just keeping it calm and quiet. I think I got up at 12. Running Bear said, have a good evening at work. He tried to respond to one of Wade's videos last night, Running Bear. You weren't in here. It ended up going south. We ended up looking at Benny shit and all these fucking whack jobs on here, in my opinion. ripping off money, causing problems for the officials so that they can't put a case together, adding chaos to it. You're mixing the YouTubers in with the fucking real people that are really fucking, that have done this, or people in the area that have done crimes around it that are trying to fucking cover them up, which is fine. That's what I've been trying to show you all. Does it have anything to do with Summer? I don't know. I don't know, but it's dangerous. It's dangerous grounds. It shouldn't be fucking covered by none of us. I mean, you can cover it, but you can't go out there doxing people like every light on the earth, right? Like Squall did. I've no clue, Pam. I have never seen him before. You would have to ask the chat. I wasn't even looking at that live for that. We can go on and watch some more. Let's put it back on.
Like a mini, maybe.
Oh, and I apologize for anybody that's seen my community post last night. I was so proud of Prayer Gordon for a few minutes. I really was. I was thanking her. I went on to my thing because she let the first half of Allie's interview play. I was shocked. After my live last night, I went and listened to it. She let the first half play where everybody could hear who Allie is. And I was proud of her. I went on. I was like, oh, thank you, Prayer Gordon. You finally did the right thing. You know, put that out. It makes Allie look human. Soon as I fucking posted that, the live goes south. She's on there. She tears Allie apart worse than she ever did before. A dead woman, of course. You know, you can't have an adult conversation with that fucking bitch. Not at all. Like, we get it. Allie did and said some fucking shady shit. There's a possibility that she could still be involved in some shit or knew some shit or that her family knows some shit or Hunter. However, that's not for us. That's for the TBI and the law enforcement officials. And she's on her like, Hunter never told us. Hunter never told us. Let me fucking tell you something. They took Hunter out of that fucking house and hid him for almost 2 fucking years. There's a reason for that. And it ain't just about the car, because you heard Allison and Andrew tell you that we can't tell you where he's at, but it's not a lockup. It's my opinion the kid was in a group home or he was in a foster care home, and they were protecting him from this case. You all need to chill the fuck out. You all want justice for Summer, but you're purposefully trying to get that kid out here online. So what? He can fuck up testimony? Why? How does that get justice for Summer? Fucking stop it. I love you too. Have a good night. What, did you fill my coffee and water? Oh, thank you. Can you put a little more in there though? Coffee.
Okay.
Okay. It ain't all the way filled up. It gets cooled. Okay. I'm going to quit screaming now. Let's go listen to these fucking clowns. These two up here. Look at her. Dude, your tattoos, in my opinion, they look like AIDS in the 80s. Like, ugh.
It's a purpose or a reminder or something. I guess I'm just trying to say. So for me, having a beard, it's reminding me of sobriety from addiction, not to relapse or do anything stupid.
Wow.
So that's kind of why I grown and liked it and stuff. It's kind of more, it has meaning to me that way or something. But it's just a thought. Again,
because you can, is it like a control thing kind of? Because sometimes like girls will grow their hair or whatever because like they have the control, or like I was working out because I like the control I have over how my body looks.
Yeah, another thing just for myself. I mean, I just like the way I look having a beard versus instead of looking like a 2-year-old. It just
tell me about it.
Yeah. Has it been? Have you been shaving, or you've been getting a little bit stubble growing back?
No, I haven't touched it.
Stubbly. It hurts.
Stubbly. Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful thing. You can always grow them back. It's not like the end of the world or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Mr. Seth. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks, Sasha. And again, yeah, the people saying that we're planning on keeping this money, like, I can't remember. We did something like this before where we donated. I posted it all. I think it was like last summer. There will be a video made. It'll be posted. We make the place very public where the money is going to. So if we planned on keeping the money, we're pretty dumb for putting an actual business that everybody can search and call.
Exactly.
It's also a crime if we did that. So
Plus, we'd be committing channel suicide.
Right. So I mean, I'm not sure exactly I'll be hopeful for apologies from all the people talking the trash for talking, but I also know we won't get one, but it's okay because there'll be egg on their face and I'll just love it anyway.
Yeah, Betty Boop, we're
Plus, they said they won't get the full 1,000
No,
because of all the fees that will be taken out.
Yeah, YouTube takes, I think, 30%, and then they started taking taxes off my payments, another 30. So basically, YouTube gets 60%.
That's why we're doing it on this channel because it only, for some reason, I don't have taxes taken out of mine. That was new for him this month.
Yeah, it was the first
but I do have the YouTube fees, but everybody knows that. You can Google it to see how much YouTube keeps, but everything else that's made, and there's charts on our YouTube that will tell us what was made or whatever. We also keep track. He had a notebook with his. He's got his phone out keeping track of tonight. So it's getting sent, people, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know how
we can. And then we'll kick in some of our own too.
Yeah.
So you kept track.
Again, this is about missing people, especially kids.
Yeah.
Let's just focus on whatever organization or who they're with, just so they can help find missing loved ones and bring families back together.
Right, Cooter. Thank you, Monica. Thanks, Jalen. It sucks, that we didn't have to whatever, but I just wanted to put out there because I did have a couple of people reach out to me privately because they were worried about what people were saying. But just let them talk, let them say whatever, because it will be proven. Yep. So that's all we can really do. Then when they're proven wrong on that, they're gonna again find something else.
They'll think of something else.
Pick and whatever about. So like Cooter said, we're just gonna keep focusing, having a good time hanging out
or
with
somebody
people,
else,
raising what we can, and hopefully saying goodbye to Cooter's beard.
Yeah.
And hey, Miss Kaylee.
How are you guys?
Hey.
Thank you for being here. I know you've been running around like crazy and then just popped on as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You look beautiful. Is that purple hair?
Yes.
Oh, you're killing me. I miss it.
Yeah, I noticed in your picture that it's a beautiful purple.
Yeah, I'm keeping the blonde for the summer.
Thank you, Nellie.
Oh, Nellie, we love you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Nellie and Eliza.
That is one person I will actually tell to put your damn wallet away, lady. Yeah. Nellie, no more from you.
So we're at 95.
Nellie, yeah.
$5, Cooter.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I just love saying Cooter. It's weird and it sounds like it's a dirty word.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you guys familiar with Cooter Brown or how this came to be, to the name or whatever, or getting drunker than a Cooter Brown? Basically, this goes back to the 1800s. There was during the Civil War was about to start, and there was a guy named Cooter Brown. He didn't want to fight for the North or the South, so he just ended up staying on the Mason-Dixon line and just drinking the whole time, basically drinking himself to death. And so there's some saying, I'm not sure exactly, I'm getting drunker than Cooter Brown or something like that.
I already donated to the website for summer. That's awesome, Betty. The reason we picked the location that we're donating to is because we want to be very careful with who the money we raise is going to. We didn't like that the church has their own thing going on. That's fine and dandy for them. We didn't feel comfortable giving to that. We don't feel comfortable giving to a website that's going directly to the family. And again, like we said, if summer's found, awesome. If not, this is also going to helping many children and keeping them doing the awesome work that they're doing there. So we felt just more comfortable with this organization.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's awesome donating if there's links out there, and however you guys donate is awesome. We just feel comfortable more so ourselves with this organization.
And there's different ones too. You can donate to EQ Search.
Yeah.
Or you could donate to the reward fund or whatever. Like there's definitely different ways. But hey, Shelly.
Hey, Shelly. Mr. Archie. Hello.
So Dave.
Hey, Ginger. Yes, that's why she's here. Who said that? They would like you to do a card reading on
summer, I think.
Summer.
Ginger Spice.
Ginger Spice. Are you comfortable doing that instead of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've sort of saged in that already. That's why it sort of took me a minute. So, what exactly are the questions that you sort of want answered?
Is she alive?
What are you? I want to say if maybe she's feeling she's alive. Are you comfortable doing that?
Hang on 1 second. Can you see if you can find the Summer World folder thing? Okay. So I sort of do my own when it comes to cases like this. I sort of look into it. I print maps out, and my husband's just looking for the one that I've done at the moment. As far as Summer goes, I sort of have done a few readings on her. I've also done EVPs on her. Every single time that I have done EVPs, it's come up water. So in my personal opinion, whatever did happen to her did happen where the water was. But that's what I messaged you about the other day, Cher. I'm pretty sure it's in a yellow one. Oh yeah, it might actually be. Oh, I've got so many different folders. I'm sorry, but what happened was with a case that happened in Australia. I've just moved into a place called Brisbane. Well, there was a case that happened around here with a boy named Daniel Morgan. I got a aerial location, the Google Maps location thing, and basically what I do is I let it pinpoint sort of where I'm feeling the body or where I'm feeling that his body could be located. My husband ended up looking into it, and it was not spot on, but there was how many kilometers was I off? I don't know. But it was really, really close. So I thought, all right, I'll do this with Summer. Now I've gotten and it's got Summer World on the back there. I printed out some photos of, now these are in black and white, so I don't know if you can see, but that's the house. And I wasn't getting anything from the house, nothing at all. Like I did not pick up anything from the house. So then I went to like the aerial location thing, which this isn't a very good one. You can't really see. Yeah, you can't really see where I pinpointed. But I know nothing about the area that she's from. I know absolutely nothing about really, I've just heard about the case and her being missing and whatnot. But there is this this here is what I printed out. Now, I don't know if you guys can see a star. Where is it? A star here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But what I was in, and I don't know what is there. I don't know if the water's there or what is there. That's why I tried to sort of get a better aerial view, but it turned out really crap. But every single reading that I have done, it has come up that water. So I'm definitely saying that whatever did happen, it was where the water was. And also in another one, didn't it come up, Mum? One of the EVPs that I did? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it said something, no mum, that in one of the EVPs that I did. So in saying that, I'm picking up that the mum either is covering up for someone that was there that day or did it herself. But with the card, so we can do yes or no, like, so I can draw a card and then like, so the suits relate to either yes or no. Do you want to do that, or do you want to actually ask questions and like as far as the reading goes?
It's okay, September. You're allowed your own opinion. I'm just going by what I've seen in many, many chats of hers and what I remember early on. It isn't even really the donations that bother me. I mean, it is. It is. That's the thing that infuriates me the most. It's the fact that she uses these cases for clout. It infuriates me even more. This proves that there was a fake fight with Juanita, because in a month or two after this, September, October, she starts attacking Juanita horribly, right? But this is very early on. Prior to that, it almost seems as though she tried to make you forget that she once supported Juanita. It pisses me off. It shows that there were games played. In my opinion, I am speculating that Cher had a huge hand in that. Cher, if you want a link, grab one. You have had me blocked for what reason, I don't know. She would tell me, I'm going to unblock you, I'm going to unblock you. And then she would block me and I can't chat in her shit. However, she would unblock herself to come over into my comment section and leave comments like, hey, good job, happy you found this. And I'm happy she did that. I find Cher talented. However, I feel Cher causes extreme damage to cases. I'm very, very upset for what she did in Quentin's case. I'm even more upset for what she did in Summer's case. She's a fucking clown. She's a joke. She collects money. She harms lives. She puts herself into it. Families of addiction. She's coming into them like, I'm going to be your savior. I'm helping you, in my opinion. And then she's collecting money off of these kids. I want receipts for this money collected and all the money you collected in Quentin's case with caskets in your face. How could you even look at yourself? Sure, they found that baby dead. Do you understand that? Real people's lives were affected in a horrible way. You have no clue the pain you have inflicted on people in Quentin's case. None whatsoever. Get the fuck off YouTube. You're the worst of them, in my opinion. I want you to apologize to Danny and his mother.
Whatever you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah. What do you think is best? What do you think, Cooter?
We can go with yes or no questions. That'd be easier.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah, that probably is easier. I will just grab. Alright. So pretty much, if there are the questions that any viewers want to ask, I suppose just comment. But so I'm using just a normal universal deck. I do have other cards here, guys. If you do want readings, I've got self-care cards or I've got soul's journey cards. But as far as this reading goes, I'm better off using the universal deck. So pretty much, what's but who's going to start off asking the questions?
Well, I think everyone wanted to know Summer was alive.
Okay. All right. So I'll just hang on. Can you find the thing that's got the decks? All right. So I'll just shuffle. It's down the bottom of one of the left quickly. Sorry. Oh wow. That card. Sorry. This card just jumped out straight away. And I don't know if you can see what it is. But that's a Hanged Man. Oh wow, that just wins me.
Yep.
She wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. And it's upside down also. No, I don't believe she is alive. Right, the next one is, was it an accident? Thank you. So I'll let you guys know before so sorry, my mind's sort of everywhere at the moment.
That's okay.
So yes will be if I draw either a cups or a wands, they will mean yes. If I draw a no or a swords, it's a no. With the major arcana, that means good luck. So pretty much if I draw a major arcana card, I'll put it back and just draw another one. So the next question was it an accident? The devil.
Ooh.
No.
That is good luck, but because it's a major arcana, I'm going to put it down and I'll draw that the next card. But in saying that, that's it. Yeah. So you got the Pentacles.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys, the cameras, which is a no. It wasn't an accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's true then? Maybe Candace was jealous of her daughter, and
I think that's why she had her head shaved. Yes.
Not live. Not live. Go to their video section. Go to the very first 3 or 4 videos of cracking cases. Check out the comments. Who supported them first? Who brought them in? Cher was reaching out to people. It's always good to go back to the beginning and look and pay attention as you're going back to the beginning to the comments in the older videos. She's more than a joke, September. She owes that family an apology, and I am demanding one from her. She needs to get the fuck out of Billy Joe's life. Let Billy Joe get clean. I don't know if they're friends now or not. Cher hasn't covered it. She has caused so much turmoil in real people's lives, destroying shit. With each live she does in these cases. Get the fuck off YouTube, in my opinion, or cover something else. You hurt people in the worst way you can. You hurt people. You should be ashamed of yourself, in my opinion.
Yes. He talks a lot about the Bible.
Yes.
And
It
the
was a
hair being
punishment.
women's strength and how a man can control people. Like, yes, it's, yeah. I think there was some jealousy there, especially if going along with, I believe there was sexual abuse going on. And with that, I think there was, jealousy with Candace. A sick, weird thing, but you guys, it just.
In all honesty, that was something else actually that I picked up, and unless anyone said it, I didn't really want to say it, because I don't know, what you really can and can't say, but that was another thing that I did pick up. I did pick up sexual abuse, but I wasn't just picking up from the immediate family. I'm picking up from, it's not just one, there was.
So I have a question.
All I can say is this poor little girl.
Is there a 15-year-old that was molesting her?
Is that the boy that was at the?
Don't say names.
Is that the boy with no shirt? Yeah, he got no shirt. Okay, yes, that's who I picked up straight away. But there was 2 cards that just jumped out then. So, all right, so you've got the wands, which is yes, and then you've got the pentacles, which is no, but the wands jumped out first. So yeah, and I'm gonna go with my heart. In all honesty, it was the boy with no shirt.
I think so too, and that's why Candace would cover.
Mhm.
And that's why I was saying if she was covering for someone else, I don't really want to, this is all my opinion, but this is also what I'm being sort of shown and what I'm picking up. It definitely had something to do with that boy. Yes.
I found it
and
interesting, because he puts himself alone with Summer for a little while. Grandma ran in here, I was alone with Summer. They both ran in here, I was alone with Summer.
Yeah.
And see, I know that a lot of people are saying stuff about her dad also. And this is once again in my honest opinion, I don't even really pick up that he knows the actual truth.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that.
I'm not saying that he, hasn't been one of the people possibly that has interfered with her or something, but from what I'm picking up, it's
Here's my feeling. I feel like he wasn't involved in the accident that, I'm just gonna say, it took Summer's life, because that's how I feel. That's what I think happened. I think she is gone. Again, this is my thoughts and opinions on my channel. You all don't have to agree with me. I'm sorry. This is just how I feel. Statistically, it's less than 5% of kids that are abducted by a stranger. Statistics are all, he loves to throw statistics out there, done. And so I'm going with statistics. Less than 5% of abducted children are from a stranger. It's 9 times out of 10 someone that was very close or a family member. Yeah. And secondly, I don't like that she was 5 years old.
Yeah.
I don't like that she was 5 years old, about to start school, and she could talk. Or that they thought CPS was coming to take her kids and she would be the one to talk because she was being molested, and they both have records and they would be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And okay, so Ginger Spice said, was it her mom that killed her?
Ziggy does this. What they do is they get on here with this fucking bullshit psychic shit. I'm just gonna say it. The psychic shit, it's bullshit. If you're psychic and you don't like that I say that, get the fuck out of my chat, unsub. I don't give a fuck. Because even the real psychics that are out there that think they're real, I don't fucking know. Okay? They don't get on YouTube and answer with cards with Summer molested, and then put it out to subs that start to believe this shit is true. The police never came out and said that happened to Summer. Whether it did or it didn't, just like I stated in another situation the other day, you're victimizing her while you exploit her, a missing 5-year-old. It's grotesque, in my opinion. And I'm going to keep saying it. Apologize to Danny, you fucking skeleton. And I don't care, say whatever the fuck you want about me. I'll take a fucking insult. At least I'm not a crook that steals from fucking victims. You piece of shit. And I didn't mean to say effing victims. I'm pissed. I want an apology to him.
And again, anybody coming in, this is, I'm just going to say, I guess for, I hate to say for entertainment purposes.
Entertainment purposes only.
I believe in tarot cards and psychics and dancing, so that's why I have it on my channel. If you guys don't agree with it, just kindly leave. We don't need nasty comments. But yes, again, this is, we're all doing what we can to try and find answers and help Summer and find Summer really.
So Ginger asked, did her mum kill her? And I got...
Remember how bad she got on Chris McDonough for doing the same thing she just did? When she took Dawn's side, that was wrong. What she just did, hold on, let me grab a drink. Was a tragedy. I agree. As a grown man and a police officer, a retired police officer, you should not be on YouTube re-victimizing victims, missing children. Okay? I agree, in my opinion, it is my opinion, that Chris McDonough did that same damn thing while bringing it here. I agree with Cher on that. However, the months, the weeks, the whatever leading up to it, Cher was doing the same fucking thing. That's how she built her Summer Wells community. We all sat back and watched it and didn't even realize what was going on. She's the first to collect money on Summer's name. No receipts Cher, show the receipts. Apologize to Danny. Apologize to my friend, his mother, Lisa. Her name's Lisa. That is the only name you're to call her. I want an apology to her. I want one to Danny. I don't care if it sounds crazy. He was found innocent. You seen the evidence. The shit you said about him destroyed his life for 2 years. You put his mother through heartbreak. Not everyone is evil, Cher. Not everyone joins into your fucking games. She didn't have to come live. She didn't have to come to the internet. She didn't never, and she still don't never have to talk to fucking nobody. Her statement is out on my channel. You'll have to scroll down. I will repost it just so you can see it. Okay? In the meantime, I want you to fucking apologize to them. And never put your face on the side of someone's house again. It's disgusting. It doesn't help the victim, the missing child. You're gross. You're the worst one out here. I have seen you do the worst things. You expect protesters in situations. That's been going on forever. What you don't expect is somebody sitting in another fucking country calling the shots, telling a woman, oh, it'd be so funny. Put my face on your house. They took his memorial down. Cher. It caused the protesters to stay out there longer. It's like calling for war. You exploited that baby to get fame. I want receipts for every ounce of money you ever said you were donating, how much that casket cost. Was that casket donated to you and you didn't pay for it? I even want receipts for the motherfucking teeth you got. I hope the feds come after you in Canada one day and demand that shit from you. You fucking con artists.
Oh, sorry. Once again, it's a
if you want to see how sexy I am, you want this clean shaven, please keep donating so we can shave it.
Okay, so the one means yes?
One means yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Next one. Was she alive or dead in that car? Hey,
so was she?
That's a good one.
What's very weird is the first two cards that I drew with the devil and the hanged man. They're very oh, and a card just jumped out. So yeah, what was the question? Sorry.
Was she dead sleeping in the car? That picture that we see of her in the car.
Another one. So yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Is she in the water now?
Is she in the water now?
Did she?
Maybe that's why I'm picking up water so strongly. But I honestly believe what I'm feeling is that whatever has happened at the place where they were at the water. Okay, so is she in water now? Which is cups, which is yes.
I kind of wonder if she gave her antifreeze because antifreeze is green.
Where they live, is there a lot of like rivers or lakes or water around like their property or stuff?
I'm not sure.
I don't think real close to their property, but that little river or swimming hole and stuff isn't very far away.
But I'm sure that would have been searched numerous times and she would have been found.
I have no idea.
I think they focused the search around her house. I don't know if they searched much out where they were swimming.
I do remember seeing some pictures with
Have
like
they searched any water? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they did, but I don't know. The goal set is $1,000, same as we had for Mr. Cher, but we're at 95. We're at 95 right now. So the goal is $1,000. If Cooter decides to shave the luscious beard off before that, that's up to him. But we're gonna aim high.
Yeah, let's try to go for 1,000.
Yep. I don't believe so. She would have vomited. I think puns. Another question: does Grandma know what happened?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, obviously, if she was dead in the vehicle, Grandma knows.
I don't believe.
Yeah.
I don't think that was Grandma in the car.
Oh yeah, we've argued about that.
All right, that's a one. So that's another yes.
Yeah, I don't see how she wouldn't know.
Hey, Aussie True Crime.
Hello, Aussie.
Oh, I have a yes or no question for the cards. Quick.
Yep.
Is Summer and Candace involved in Rose Blythe's disappearance?
So
I'm sorry, not Summer. Don. Is Donald.
Don. Okay, so Don and
Candace.
As in Summer's mum. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so were Don and Candace involved in Rose's disappearance? That's just weird to that's the lovers card that I just drew. And that means that's another yes, but that's the lovers card. Now you're asking about like Candace and Don, the lovers. Was there possibly something happening between the sister and
I literally thought that. I thought that because Candace said, I will bury your body and help them search for you. Literally, she said that.
With a deck card, you've got two really really strong love cards. This is the second one, and the other one's the lovers. Now, this usually represents love, and so I can take that two ways. I can take that as in saying about Candace and Don, them being lovers, or I can also maybe there was something happening, and that can be a question that I'm going to ask myself. Was there anything happening between Rose and Don?
Yeah, or if Rose is still alive.
Did they know each other during that time, or did Candace meet
did they know each other?
Well, I would have to say yes, because are her boys Don's sons?
Yeah, they're older than that, so they were alive.
She's been missing for 11 years, and their oldest son together is 15. So yeah.
I got another one. I got another ones, and that's the question that I just asked. Was there anything happening between Rose and Don? And that's another one. Was there anything, now this is just out of nowhere, but was there anything maybe suggested that Summer was hit with a stick or something about, because I'm picking up a lot of oneses. So when she's fallen.
Never heard of that. I mean, we all think there's abuse, but I mean, I don't know.
Well, very likely if she was murdered. She was probably beaten with something, yeah.
Well, wands, if you look at a wand, it's a stick, so keep that
Will Summer be found?
Okay, will Summer be found?
Ooh, big cake.
Oh. It's another one, the 5 of wands. So yes, but we didn't ask if she was going to be found deceased or living, so, but it is saying that she was.
Right, she'll be found.
Yeah.
Big cake, that's something, isn't it? Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, they are shady stuff, for sure. Okay, did we ask if Rose is still alive?
Okay, is Rose
that's a good one.
Is Rose still alive? The King of Swords, no.
That's a no.
And King of Swords, male and elderly male, that's all I'm going to pick up off that card.
When you held up that map that had the star on it from Ben Hill, hey, Cooter, you remember what Juanita had said? That she had tracked down to the end of Ben Hill and then there was a turn, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I just want to see that picture again where you have that star.
Sorry,
Well, that's very specific, Heather.
Summer in a duffel bag in the water close to a business.
Okay.
Very specific.
Yeah.
I can send it to you if you want. Oh, where is the camera?
Oh. Ben Hill Road, okay. Okay.
I can send that to you once we finish if you want.
I'm just trying to see, like, does it go along? It just kind of, I feel like it's kind of going along with what Juanita said. Don't you think, Cooter?
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, something seems to happen on Ben Hill Road or close to it, regardless if you go by the dogs or what Juanita is saying. But obviously, maybe Summer's body was transported somehow on that road in however way.
What if Summer never went inside? The boys were preoccupied watching TV. So if they're anything like my boys and like SpongeBob is on, or I don't know, turkey hunting, they're not going to pay attention if I'm like, hey, watch this or that. Oh yeah, sure, whatever, Mom. They're not going to pay attention, right? So what if she just yelled at the boys? So that'd be like an alibi. The boys that their sister was downstairs, but really, that's when she left with Summer, and that's when that video was taken. I don't know. I don't know. Like, she never went in the house is what I'm thinking, and she just said, like, watch. Maybe she never even told the boys to watch, and we'll find that out later, because I have no doubt the boys are being questioned. She's a psychic who's on in Tennessee right now, and she's been on the case and giving things to law enforcement. She's worked other very high profile cases and has actually done good in the cases and like given things that turned out to be true. So some of this that she's saying kind of matches up. Only Juanita didn't feel like there was water involved. That's the only difference so far.
Good night, Nellie.
Good night, Nellie. We love you. Good question, Dalen.
Yeah, we've had
Night, Nellie.
So.
Sorry, we're missing some questions. We'll get to them. Dalen's wondering if the church is at all involved, whether they know what happened to Summer or what. So is the church involved at all or knows what's going on?
All right. Is any members of the church involved? Oh, the 8 of Swords. Now, have a look at.
Wouldn't it be considered a sin? You're asking a psychic if a church is involved. That is so gross. That's so gross. That's gross.
With tarot readings, you've actually got to look deeply into the cards. Now, I just drew the Eight of Swords, which is sword means no, but look at the card.
Oh,
It's a lot of swords.
It's a lot of swords, and is she like tied up?
Yes.
That didn't mean no, though.
Yeah. So you think the church might kind of have its hand tied up so they don't say anything or ruin their reputation or anything, so they might know what happened in summer and just don't want to come out and say so?
Blinded to what's happened to it?
I mean, unless the church can say not, like Cooter was saying, I guess, because if you go and you do a confessional, they're not supposed to say anything, right? So
yeah, unless it's something deadly or could hurt or life-threatening, then I think by law they have to say something. But yeah, usually if you go speak to some type of spiritual leader, they're supposed to keep it confidential.
I thought that, how do you say this name? Jenna? I thought that because of the cold milk, that kind of hit me out of the blue too. I was like, I think she was left in a hot car. Maybe, okay, my exact thoughts were Candace and Hunter were messing around, left Summer in the hot car, and then used the cold milk to try and bring her body temperature up. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is like a Watts case. You could literally think anything right now, and we don't know.
I wouldn't go that road because if they wanted to cool her off, they wouldn't have her clothed, especially not in
long
the sweater.
sleeves and stuff. Yeah, but did anyone see that picture posted that's now deleted and I cannot find it anywhere? Dated June 15th, 6:09 p.m. She went missing at 6:30, and Summer is in the picture with her brother wearing black, white, and red Fox like dirt bike gear. And then there's half of Summer in the picture, and she's wearing a blue sundress. Has anyone seen that picture?
This is the first time hearing about it.
God, it's driving me nuts because I saw it, and it's one of the ones that people are saying Candace deleted things or whatever, and that's one of them, and now I can't even find it.
Do you think Grandma Candy or Candace will come back to Tennessee from Wisconsin?
Is that what for me to ask?
Just a question in general, see what one you guys thought or not.
It'll depend on how things go.
Aussie True Crime, I thought that was weird too. He said that Grandma and Candace were in the store for an hour, grocery shopping for an hour, and leaving them in the car. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I don't believe what he says either.
No, I mean, I don't really either. But
I was back in Tennessee in April driving, and it was pretty hot back then in April. So I had to have the windows down.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, if the boy was in there with her, would have opened the door or something, because he would have been hot as hell too.
Yeah. In handcuffs. I just seen in the other night in handcuffs.
Do you think she was tortured, Summer?
God, I hope not.
I don't. Yeah, I mean,
I honestly think that something just went wonky at that day. Like, I still think it was an accident, and they were just covering it up.
Yeah, no,
something
I agree with
happened,
you.
She got hurt or something, and didn't realize how serious it was, and they're just trying to cover their tracks. But I got zero evidence backing that up.
Do you think Candace and Don will split up shortly here, if the pressure keeps going or something?
Yes. Yeah, one of them is going to talk. They both know what happened, and one of them is going to talk because if I had to guess, it's going to be Don because we know he did leave. TBI called him and said, we don't buy that Summer left. I mean, I don't know if that part's true, but it is true that he left, right? Where it is, he got a call, was not happy with what he heard because they're looking into Candace more. He got upset with Candace and then left. And I heard he blames her for why the boys were taken or whatever, but then he backtracked and said, well, it's YouTube's fault or whatever. Although he's still doing all of the damn interviews all over YouTube. It's just bizarre. I don't know. But he knows what happened. So again, I look at it. He says, let's say Chris Watts didn't kill anyone. He still knew what happened and was calm as hell. So he's just as guilty, right? If he killed one, all, none, whatever, he's just as guilty because he allowed it to happen. Yeah. Well, I feel the same about Don. He may not have been a part of what happened June 15th, but he knows what happened and he's helping in hiding. And I also believe that he is guilty of doing bad things to Summer. I can't prove that. It's just what I feel because of major red flags. EST
Shanks, I guarantee you we don't have half the information that the police department does.
There's something they know that they always know that they won't let out to the public. And they're
and they never do in the middle of an investigation. They never share all their information with the public.
That's what I think my map is. I don't believe that I've pinpointed where her body or anything is. I believe that's where something is that will help open the case up more.
That's what Juanita says too, yeah. That star on your map, I think where would she be around that area that they haven't searched yet, though?
Well, I don't think they even searched her. I think they were doing that this weekend.
Now, I really hate to say this, you guys, but my kids are hunters. They hunt bears. They're in Tennessee. Bears everywhere.
Lots of wild animals. So if she was out in the woods by herself,
not even if she was by herself. But if an accident happened, if they're into hunting and bear baiting and stuff, I mean, I'm sorry to throw that out there, but I'm being realistic, and especially with the rural area that they're in, we may not ever find traces of them.
Yeah.
I know that sucks to say, but I don't know.
Well, in so many ways, this kind of reminds me of the Morphew case.
Yes.
It sounds like with they got a lot of circumstantial evidence against him. I kind of wonder if TBI and the Hawkins County, they're building a circumstantial case at the moment, because they got found something or keeping something close that we don't know yet.
Yeah, could very well be.
Yeah.
They'd have all their phone GPS data, and they have all that stuff. We don't have access to any of that.
Do you, East Shanks, do you want to come up here and say anything? I'm curious, like, what is it like around the area? Is everyone like freaking out? Someone like worried about all of their children going to get abducted? Like, how is it going? If you want to pop up here, awesome.
Yeah, is Bigfoot living around there? Have you seen Bigfoot?
Premeditate the murder. Okay, Heather Snyder's asking, was the murder premeditated?
I just read her all. Alright, so we got the 3 of swords. So that means no. Once again, I'm picking up accident, but look at the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a no.
Yeah, no.
But it's also stabbing in the heart. Got that picture. Thank you. Summer Wells, June 15th, 6:09 p.m. There's Summer in a blue dress. Or a purple dress, either way. And she went missing at 6:30. And that says June 15th at 6:06 p.m.
I wonder why that photo hasn't been released.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if, can we share that, baby?
Yeah.
We'll show it. Thank you, because I've been looking all over to show him this picture, and I couldn't find it. I'm like, did they scrub it a little bit?
There's another question. Did Mum hide the body? All right, hold on. All right, so 10 of Wands, yes.
Yeah, I think she was with Dawn. Will you do the card? Will you ask if Dawn did it too?
Yep.
Do you think Summer could be out of state? Like enough time in how small the states are? She could be in Kentucky or somewhere?
Well, I'll just ask, was Dawn there? I got the tower. I'll have to redraw a card, but as I say, look at the pictures of the, so was Dawn there? 6 of Wands. Oh, shit, sorry. 6 of Wands, so yes.
I definitely believe he was there.
And so, what did you want to know, Kuda? If she's out of state?
Yeah, if her body's out of the state of Tennessee or not.
All right. Has Summer's body been taken out of the state of Tennessee? I got King of Pentacles, so that's a no.
So this is that photo. You can see Summer in the corner. And that was...
Oh, yeah, I remember that picture.
6:06 p.m. Now, that was posted at 6:06. That doesn't mean it was taken then, either.
That's
kind of
so to Kuda, that is Pentacles, so no.
Okay, so I have a question then. How do we know she actually went missing then? If we're going to go by that it's just the days she's posting, okay? What if the swim hole picture wasn't even from the 15th? What if those videos are from a different day? What if it wasn't even June 15th she went missing?
Yeah, she could have went missing sooner.
Did she go missing before June 15th?
No, she could have went missing earlier.
Yep.
Did she go missing before
I think
June?
that's until you just said that's when she posted it. So for all we know, maybe she made those posts as an alibi for June 15th. Maybe she went...
Well, I just asked, did she go missing before? And I got 1, so that's saying yes.
What is that card called?
Oh, that's the Queen of Wands.
Queen of Wands. It's a black cat. I'm just thinking of it, now, Monica, because if he's saying, well, that's just when she posted it. What if so Cooter, she could be anywhere if she went missing maybe the evening before, maybe
the day before,
the day
2
before.
days before.
We don't know when those pictures and that videos were taken.
Yeah, I don't know, people just don't vanish. It's weird. It just, something's not right. It's like with the West case too, and Suzanne Morphew. It's just people just don't disappear, or something happens, and usually the statistics go back to a family member or someone that knows them well, or within their circle.
Tiger Girl, I don't believe one word Ali said. Maybe there's one word or two that she said that was truthful. I believe nothing that any of them are saying. None of them. I don't believe Dawn. I don't believe Candace. I've barely heard Candace's mom, but I don't believe her either. I literally believe no one. And TBI said everybody is a suspect. So to me, everyone that's interjecting themselves into this, like David, Robin, and all of these people are a suspect. Grandma, suspect. Hunter, suspect. Ali, suspect. Everybody, suspect.
Yeah. So Heather Snyder's been asking this like 50 times.
Sorry.
Is she in a bag of some sort? Is Summer in some kind of bag?
That's interesting. I'll wait till after she pulls the
card. Is Summer in some sort of bag? Oh, we got strength, so I have to draw it again. 2 of Cups. So that's a yes, but that's that strong love card again.
When said yes.
Didn't this woman just say Summer was alive? Now she's in a bag. Dude, I can't with this shit. It's disgusting to get on here and ask questions like that to a psychic. In my opinion, that's gross. That's really gross. Thank you, Tic Tac. Mwah. I just can't with this woman. She'll never admit her wrongs. She'll never apologize to anybody she's caused harm to. She'll never tell her side. She does this shit from another country. I hear a corridor. I think my son or my daughter's home. Somebody's going to come in. But she does this shit from another country. I get it. She's had a hard life. Her daddy's done what her daddy's done. She's made lots of mistakes in her past. I get it. We all have a past. But she continues to go on destroying victims and their families, exploiting them. It's gross. And yes, it was my daughter who came in. I'm going to let this play for a minute. Say hi.
Hi. I just wanted to show you. I'm going upstairs. I just wanted to show you Beast's costume.
You want to show me what?
Beast's costume.
Oh, you should go get your little hat you made so I could show them my subs. Let me see. Hold on, let me show them. Her best friend, who's like my daughter. She's my best friend from childhood's daughter. And Malaya's boyfriend are all being clowns. We're back on a clown theme. Thank me for that. But they're all being clowns for Halloween, and this is her boyfriend's thing. And she said today that for Halloween tomorrow, she's going to paint my face like a juggalo. So I'm going to be painted up.
All right, we're going upstairs.
All right. I love you. Love you, Abdias. You've been adulting. Yeah, it's okay. You guys can watch the replay. I appreciate the bushers and replayers. All right, let me get my face off of here. You guys can listen a little more. And then, let's see. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark. I'll probably get off of here 2 hours. I want to play my story one more time. Fucking Cher. I want an apology. Them people deserve one. And you know it. If you have any ounce of good in you, you'll apologize to Danny and his mother. JLR, you too, you little fucking queer. I don't give a fuck.
Also, Juanita said she got the feeling from another case she worked on where the child was thrown into garbage bags, and she said she got that same feeling with Summer, and her words were she was thrown away like trash.
No, and Heather, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, we kept missing it. I kept trying to highlight it, and we keep missing it. No, I'm glad you kept asking.
Again, guys, if you want to see me share list, you know, I'm just waiting to do it. So
we're at $95.
Awesome.
Who wants to see Cooter Brown with a baby face like Mr. Cher?
Yeah.
Oh, Heather, you're fine.
You know, it's good because it's sometimes we miss things and we get sidetracked.
Yeah, so, that's life.
All right, someone she just asked if someone was putting the septic tank on the property.
Ooh, I hate that. Okay.
That's as bad as the oil tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, Tammy.
That thing, yes.
Now, do you think that they searched the house Like, did they not search all around the house and everything? Would they not check that? I don't know.
I imagine that'd be like one of the first places they look and try to work inside out. I believe the grids they form or the graphs or whatever kind of start one central location like the house or somewhere, look real good, then expand out.
Well, the septic tank's buried in the ground, so they would have to dig it up.
Guys, come here.
Yeah, that won't be a fun job.
Yeah, no.
Okay, Leather says, was Dawn really at work that day? I know the answer. Like, I know the legit answer to that, so we'll see what the card says.
Well, they say no.
They say no. TBI has confirmed that they cannot confirm that he was at work that day. So I'm going with no, because that's from TBI.
Well, do you think there's people living on their property that day she went missing and Dawn making the phone call to Candace, as H was saying?
I'm not sure if I believe at that call. I would have to see the call records. I believe TBI is working on downloading phone records now.
Did it have to be a black cat?
I'm not sure if I.
I'm
not sure if I believe Dawn did that or not. But there was. I know I've heard of. Who said that? Dawn's sister. Was it that said Dawn had to go ask a couple people that were putting tents on his property to leave? A couple of guys, and I guess it didn't go over well. I believe the cops were involved to have them removed and everything too, and their argument ensued. I don't know. Was that what maybe Dawn was calling about and telling Candace? I don't know.
Well, it kind of makes me wonder too, like with the Walmart incident and her getting kicked out or not. Why is there no public information yet if something like that did happen, or on a court docket where she has to go to court? I mean, why hasn't some of this information came out before? It makes me wonder. You know, if you got a court hearing or charges, usually, you know, there's paperwork and it's available for the public.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. I have a hard time believing.
I wonder if she's.
Hey, Maria.
I was just gonna say, I wondered if she's on the property, like in a septic tank on the property or someone else's property.
I thought it was interesting. Hunter wouldn't want to go back with his dad, but maybe it's nothing. You know, I guess the dad was like, "Well, we're gonna get the answers out of him and get the reward money." I didn't like how Hunter was throwing.
Yeah, let me repeat that again too, since they're talking about it. Prayer Gordon. Quit condemning a dead woman. It's gross. Oh, Benny. Honest Rage. Or whatever your new name is you changed to. I'd like to know if you'd grab a link one day. I seen a comment today from you. I always thought you were local, like now local. But I seen that you put in somebody's comment section that you're local, but you now live in Ohio. I'd like to know how you and Benny got so connected, like the first week that Benny started covering summer. I have some questions for you. And why did you and Benny quit talking? Like, you just said your wrench was gone, and I've always been really curious about that. I do have to say, though, I think you're an amazing video maker. I think you got some talent. However, I have questions for you. Blue Solo, you still out there? Come on, dude. Come grab a link. Y'all got 22 minutes and 27 seconds.
Candace and Dawn under the bus right away. Anyways, had to keep looking at Mom for answers. The guy even told him, like, no, don't look for Mom for answer. You answer. I'm asking you.
With CPS in America, do they come out after, like, so in Australia, if it's named something different, but it's called Department of Community Services, I think it is. But if they come out, it's usually between like 9 and 5. Do they come out in America later?
No, that's what I was telling him the other day. That's why they could know when to judge, because if they are out of the house, like I think they were gone till maybe like 5:30, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's usually like between 8 a.m., 4:30 or 5.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when, and I think that's why Dawn had taken the boys that day to work, and then Summer was with Hunter and them. I think they were, and Mom was there too, had a hospital or whatever. So yeah. And a part of me wondered, were they just all hanging out at the church that day? Because churches are home free. I've been hidden in a church before, or in the basement of somebody else's apartment building, hiding from CPS with my mom. So Yeah, like again,
sorry, that was just something that I had to ask because I thought, how are they going to come out if because they didn't get home until late. So that's why I just thought I'd ask that.
Yeah, and I do think that's why no. So I don't know if there's proof. Whoever asked, were they supposed to come out that day? CPS. That's what I hear, and I heard they didn't then act on it because, well, it's traumatizing. Candace is missing. They have to treat it like a missing person. And so if they had removed the boys like right away, there's something there where I think either, well, there's been police there. There's been news reporters. I'm sure half the people that have been walking around there doing these are mandated reporters. I'm not sure that the kids were removed from anything that any YouTubers did calling or anything. I think it was already set to happen.
So the children did get removed?
Yes.
Does that mean something's coming and the police do know more than what they're waiting on?
That's what I'm thinking.
Did will Candace get arrested for murder? Did you? Yeah, you didn't do that one yet.
No.
Weirdo. Hey.
Hey, Megan.
Oh, shit. Okay, so will Candace get arrested? 2 of 1, so that's a yes. And that's possibly why they might have removed kids, because they're cracking in on.
Was Candace having an inappropriate?
I'm going to ask a favor for my subs and the people that watch and that are willing to help me. If any of y'all have watched prior cases that Benny and Cher covered, I'd really appreciate it if you could see that they're in a chat section or a comment section or anything together. Or if you remember anything like that prior to Summer's case. Like I said, I didn't really follow true crime all like that, like in the lives and stuff. I watched videos. I watched 48 Hours. I scrolled through shorts. But I never chatted or anything until Summer's case. In Facebook, I did. With Evelyn's case and probably a couple others. But not on YouTube. I didn't understand it. But now I'm really, really curious to find out if Cher and Benny have ever covered the same cases. Okay. Let's put it back on.
Thing with H.
Ooh.
So you can ask that? Yep.
I mean, you can answer it. I already have my answer because the whole thing is inappropriate.
Yeah. One card jumped out.
No, she was buying him cigarettes and alcohol.
Come on, Blue. Grab a link, and I promise you, if you try to porn bomb me again tonight, what's going to happen is I'm going to show it right on the screen. I'll cut it out after the live, but I'm going to inspect it, and we're going to tell the whole world what it looks like. So you better make sure you're prepared for that. Take a link. You're putting 1. The missing one. Why do you come in here and say shit like that? 33 minus 1 is the same number of people who were arrested in the huge bust in that area. Blue Solo, I went back and checked in one of the lives he was on, has been given the same math question in everybody's chat. I believe he did it in Prayer Gardens, in Ziggy's. After covering, looking into that bus stuff, which I don't really want to talk much about because I believe that that is a big thing, and I don't know if it has anything to do with summer. But as you could see across America, no CTF, whatever, their connections are still the same. They still go through the same areas. An educated guess would be that they're still doing the same busts and that things like that still operate. That's not my business. I'm here because I cover summer. However, Blue Solo Cop, you did say I told you call him 3 times and he'd come. Maybe he is as good as Beetlejuice. You're going to bed. I want to know why your math problem is 33 minus 1. Blue Solo, in my opinion, the answer is a bust. We're playing poker here, right? Is that what you're doing? Playing fucking games? Give us the answer, Blue Solo. What's the answer to your stupid ass math problem? You played too many games, dude. 1. You fuck around too much.
Oh. Yeah, that thing.
So what does that mean?
Yes, 1 thing, yes. Yeah.
Hey, Pink Ladybug. Tammy, how do you feel about Tam's card? Spot on with what you're feeling, or?
Oh yeah, I think that, yeah, she's great. Yeah,
it is
absolutely.
Except for the water.
Every time she's drawing one, I'm like, yep.
Both
Thank you.
Because I.
Thank you, Tammy.
I gotta change. What's been in the fridge?
And I really like it when they jump out at you when you're shuffling them, and they really jump out at you. Right then, there's no question. You know that's your answer. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question that's not been questioned in the media or anything. Yeah. I'm curious. Did Candace's dad, Kenneth Bly, pass away naturally?
Did Kenneth Bly? Okay, I don't know anything about this, so I'll have to ask you to fill me in after I've drawn the card. So did Kenneth Bly pass away naturally? Yeah. Oh, and there was one that just jumped. Okay,
because he,
Queen of Swords.
I like the jumpers.
Yeah, Queen of Swords. No.
Okay.
So what's the story there? If you don't mind me asking.
6 weeks before Summer went missing, Summer's grandpa, Candace's father, died. There's said to be an inheritance that he left to Summer.
Oh,
and I find it interesting. Missing. Candace's sister is missing. Mm-hmm. Candace's daughter is missing. Candace's father died 6 weeks before. So I was just curious. I mean, because there's ways that, yeah, sure, it's said in the obituary he died of natural causes, but there are things to make it look that way. I was just curious anyway.
Which means she would be the only one left to inherit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at.
Very coincidental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, even if you look at the dumbbells, I mean, that's basically what's coming down to: life insurance policies and get money that way.
Jealousy. Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Did Candace? Oh, I didn't even have to ask him one time. Did Candace kill Summer to take the inheritance? King of Cups. Cups is yes.
Yep. Now that stands out more because everything they have so far, they've got other land, they've got their house, they have all of this stuff because it was an inheritance from Dawn's family. So now, father passing away, it said there was inheritance for Summer. Well, if Summer's gone, who's that go to? Mom.
Next of kin, yeah.
Yeah, jealousy and money. Yep. Yeah. Jealousy, money.
I mean, I have a feeling. Okay, let's ask this: Will Summer being found help find Rose? Will the two cases tie together? I guess I don't know how to ask the question. I think you get what I'm saying, though.
Are Summer and Rose's case tied together? Are they the same culprit?
I want to know more like, so if we find Summer, will we find Rose?
Hey, maybe that. Yeah. Okay. So once Summer's found, will Rose also be found? I've just had a thought. Okay. King of Pentacles. Pentacles is no. I was thinking maybe they were buried together or something just then.
Yeah, or I was thinking somebody's going to spill for a lesser sentence, and maybe they'll be definitely like, so what's up with Rose? Because none of it looks good.
Yeah.
Did Candace kill her sister and her daughter?
That's another thing that makes me so mad in this case. Excuse me, meant to say one. Blue Solo, I'm going to put you in a timeout because you're playing games. It's not a game night. I'm asking you a serious question. My question to you is why is it 33 minus 1? You get everybody going in the chats trying to figure out some math riddle shit. The only I can think is 32 indicted. 1 got away. That's an odd number, is what I'm saying. I know it sounds nuts, but it's an odd number, and it's the same math question you've been asking everybody for 2 fucking years. In my opinion, you do resemble Scott H. You look like you could be his dad. Maybe are you the guy that was in the background screaming at him? Why do you play these games? Hold on, my daughter needs me. Remember I told you she made little hats for their clown costumes? Look how cute those are.
That's Layla's.
This one's for Layla. Hers has the red. Move it further away. Yeah, they can't see the strings. She got like little red and black strings on there. And then she made her boyfriend one. Where's he going to wear this?
I'm getting hair clips put on them.
You're going to put it in his hair.
Or a headband.
This is cute. I want her to make me one of these for crafting snowmen. I actually want a couple of these made. This is cute as heck. I am. I was looking at it. Look, it's a little tiny top hat. Isn't that cute? She's so talented. This girl could sing, dance, craft. I'm going to, what are you saying, Blue? 14. Whatever. You're out. You can't answer it. You're in a timeout. You can come back when you can answer it. I want to know why you're playing these stupid ass games. Their ties are questionable. You think that's what I think too, Running Bear. Oh, you used that tool stuff to make the feather.
Because I have that stuff on my skirt.
Why did you use holly though? It looks. You should paint those orange.
Well, his costume's black and red.
Oh yeah. Okay, I guess he's a Christmas clown.
I was trying to make it more like, don't you know the dude from The Princess and the Frog? That was my inspiration on this.
You're too cute. Here. I love you. I think so too, Lorianne. Now you can, however, take negative 14 from 15. It's negative 1. Right. I really think that's what he's insinuating. However, that's not nothing I want to know, so quit coming into the chats and playing fucking games. You know what I mean? Take that shit to the feds. Or is that person you? I threw a link, and I threw Cher a link too. Like they play games. She does TikTok. You should see the makeup she does. I might have her do mine. I don't know if I want to be itchy all night. I was supposed to go get Halloween pajamas. I might still go get them in the afternoon. I slacked today, though. I've been trying to do 2 lives a day. Since Quentin's trial, I want to stay on my daylight. I fucked up today. I slept. Or if I didn't sleep, I was like relaxing, listening to music. Assumptions make an ass out of them. It's a riot. Yeah. It's something. I don't know what it is, but the games need to quit fucking being played in this case. It's not funny in any case. Whether you're a local or a YouTube creator making money off missing kids, that's not a joke. Like, I get it if you're making true content. You know what I mean? And you're using the AdSense and all the proper things for YouTube. Because granted, it does take a little bit of money if you're making videos for apps and things like that. I mean, to counter it, you can make a little bit of money with things like that. But when you start putting out your cash apps and begging and saying under false pretenses that it's for donation for missing kids or that it's for this, like, come on, man. If you got somebody coming out here, Jody Sue, for instance, she's a neighbor to Summer Wells. She's not the parent to Summer Wells. She's not a cousin. She's not a sister. She's not a brother. She's not a mother. She's not a father. She's not a great uncle. She's not a grandmother to Summer Wells. There was never not one reason for her to come out here and take one gift card, one donation on Ziggy's for cabins and trailers and t-shirt money, and you are not a victim in this case. Take that shit to the Cancer Society section. I get it, you got cancer, but we're not here for you. I'm not here for Jody Sue. I'm not here for Andy. You understand? I get it. People want to feel sympathy for her. I feel sympathy for Jody Sue constantly. However, if I want to follow her, she should be over in a domestic violence community in their chat rooms, in their comment sections, interacting with them, not with us. You get what I'm saying? Like, you are in Summer Wells community, and then you come over here and say things like, they want all the pieces. They're trying to acquire the pieces from me. They acquired me. Jody Sue, you have nothing to offer but lies. Made up stories or elaborated stories. You offer no help to the case of missing Summer Wells. None. You offer confusion, riddles, like Blue Solo, right? Games, fibs, mystery. To me, mystery is a good one because you say things like, the dogs are key. And you make everybody want to go look up every dog in the fucking neighborhood. I did. I hear a story from you about breaking in somebody's door because they were dog fighting and stealing their dog to save it and taking it to another state to get its shots. And you brought it back, and Fred wanted that dog so bad. What's so fucking important about the dog? There's dog fighting rings. We have them here in the fucking hood too. You make things a mystery. You make people want to solve shit. It's curiosity. It's how the human brain works. Do that in another fucking community. Don't do it in Summers. You're nothing to her. Do you understand that? You're just a fucking neighbor that has done nothing but caused confusion in the case of a missing child. You're a clown just like the rest of them. You sit on there, you have these long 20-minute, sometimes hour-long fucking lists of people, who's a tragedy pimp, who this, who that. You know what? You shouldn't have came to YouTube saying there was a fake Fed. You should have went to the fucking real Feds, said there was a fake Fed, and never said shit here and had them busted, right? Just like all the people that are stealing from your home and stalking you, call the motherfucking police. Get them arrested. It's all fake and spun. Well, you're not telling people that you were involved in that fucking bust of 32 people, huh? But you were a small fry because you went and fucking snitched on someone. Squall coming to YouTube saying, Frank Light, look at this, the pill mules. Like, y'all are the ones trying to get people fucking killed, sued. And you come out here and you call me a tragedy pimp? Bitch, you better watch who the fuck you're talking to.
Okay, did Candace kill Rose and Summer? Knight of Wands, that's yes.
Yep. I think so.
No. Oh, you know.
Yeah, what are the odds?
And does she even know how much the inheritance is going to be?
September, I'm over 2 hours, hon. I gotta go help my daughter and get ready for Halloween tomorrow. Grandbabies are gonna be coming by. So I'm not gonna do no more links. I said links up to 2 hours. However, we'll watch about another 5 minutes. I don't even think we need to. I'm just gonna get off of here for the rest of the night. I'll be back tomorrow for a Halloween party. I didn't make no content yet, but we'll find fun stuff. Did you guys decide on a different movie, or do you still want to do Rocky Horror Picture Show? No crime tomorrow. I'm just going to back away for a night, and if you guys come over and you want to join, I'm going to make myself some snacks. I'm probably going to get a bottle of red wine. I don't know. I'm nervous drinking with my medicine. All right, quickly. See, that's what I mean. I don't want to put this up. This dude's going to come up here and porn bomb me. Blue Solo, I swear to God, if you porn bomb me, I will fucking put faces on your shit. I'll go to sites that allow that shit, and I will put your dick everywhere, and I will make fun of it. I promise you. I'll show it. It won't sit in the back of the fucking stage. I will put that shit full up on my screen, and then I will report you, and then I will have you arrested. I got your face. I'll find your ass, and you will. I don't know. It seems like you were trying to do that last night, and people were saying you do it in other chats. If you fucking show me your penis, I promise you. You could come up. September, you can come up too. I'll stay for a little while longer, but I really do gotta get ready for Halloween tomorrow. We didn't even carve pumpkins yet. It's only 10:58. That's why I came on early tonight. I'm gonna see if I can get my daughter. All right, we'll grab a link. And don't play no games. We're not gonna do this math shit. I want to know why it's that math question every time. September, you grabbing a link? All right. Why is it that math question?
Hey, Crystal, I've never done that porn crap.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's what they were saying in my thing. You got up last night, then you started circling, and it looked like you were trying to pull your damn pants down.
Hold on a second. No, I've never done that stupid jack shit like that. I mean, I've never.
All right. We're past that. I have a question.
But I want you to
Why
know
is it
I've
33?
never done that shit.
Why is it 33 minus 1 every time?
Because I talked to you like 2 years ago. You remember?
Maybe. I'd have to go back and listen to the live. It should still be up.
But listen, every time. I've never tried to do that porn shit. There's nothing like that. I've never done like it.
All right. Does it have anything to do? Is that number have anything to do with the number of people arrested in that drug bust?
You know it does.
So are you saying you know who the missing one person is?
I'm not talking.
Well, don't you think that should be something you would turn over to the feds if it has something to do with Summer and you give a shit?
They don't give a shit what I say. Listen, Crystal, I've never done that porn crazy ass shit.
All right, I believe you.
You know I haven't.
Okay, I believe you. But I'm asking you, I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about this math problem that you continue to go into everybody's chat. And it does equal the number of people. Now, you just told me, yeah, it has to do with that. I don't want to know nothing about that. However, I think if it could find Summer, do you think that has something to do with Summer? And
No.
don't play games.
No, I'm a fucking dumbass, Crystal, and you know that.
All right, I'm gonna get off of here. It's late.
Whoa, please don't. Just talk to me. Talk to me a little bit.
But you do this in every chat. You do this every time you come up here. You play these games, and you make them seem like something serious. You can see that that's the content I've been putting out, and the math problem does lead up to that. And then you get on here, and I ask you something, but you're acting like you're not being serious. Are you being serious? Is there a missing one?
Please talk to me. Please talk to me. Please.
All right, Blue. What's up?
Back in 2021, I was driving. God damn. I was driving. I usually don't drive out in the country. I never do. I don't like the country. But June, I think about June 1st, maybe late May, I was hungover. I don't know I don't know if you're a drinker or not, but I am. But I was hungover. And you know, sometimes the next day, you know, you can't feel no way in the world. But and I'm a hard drinker. Yeah, about June 1st, maybe late May, I really hung over. So I started, you know, I thought, well, I'm going to take me a drive. And I tell you what, I live in Kingsport. Um, Listen, this is a really good drive. Let me tell you what about that day. Um, I got up, took a hot shower and stuff. I was hungover. I thought, shit, man, I'm gonna go get me a hamburger, take me a drive. And you know where I drove to?
Who? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I hit the McDonald's on Stone Drive, uh, East Kingsport, and then I thought, oh shit, man, I'm just gonna drive today. You know, just for like shits and giggles. So I drove all the way down Stone Drive, through Churchill, through Mount Carmel. Then I hit Goshen Valley Road. I thought, shit, I'm going to drive through the mountains. When you do that, you hit Beach Creek Road, but it takes a lot of time, you know. So I drive through the mountains, going the curvy roads and everything. Then I hit 357 back towards Kingsport. I'm just listening to the radio and stuff. And I'm driving these curvy ass roads. And I don't like the country, Crystal. I don't like it at all. But you know, sometimes back, you know, I like to look at the leaves and stuff like that. But that day, back in early June, that day, it wasn't about the leaves. It's about just, I mean, trying to kick a goddamn hangover I had. Okay, so I'm driving, drive through the mountains. I'm going over the top, you know. Yeah, I start to these curvy ass roads, man, back towards Kingsport, you know. Crystal, I'm driving towards Kingsport now. You know, I'm just a dumbass, you know. This was like June 1st or something like that. I think 2021. Whatever, you know. Driving. Okay, you know, I'm about 5 or 10 miles from Kingsport. You know what I see? Okay, it's not, I'm not good. Maybe 5 or 10 miles from Kingsport. I see 2 kids in the road. 2 kids in the road. Standing right in the road. And I swerve and I just missed them. And I keep on going. And I thought, what the fuck? Why are these kids in the road? But there was 500 feet away. There was people in a car. And I just keep on driving, you know, because it's Beach Creek by now. And I'm
Solo, before you go on, I'm trying to listen intently. But I remember this story a little bit too. Was it the 2 kids off 357 by the Blue House?
I don't know, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead. Finish your story.
So I just keep on driving, you know. Crystal, I never drive down Beach Creek and stuff. And then, shit, Crystal, it's only like 10 days later. This shit happens with someone else. I'm like, what the goddamn hell? What the goddamn hell? Is this connected? And
what kind of car do you drive?
Back then, I drove a Ford Ford Taurus. But Crystal, listen though, man, this just drives me crazy. I'm thinking about shooting myself in the head. I don't mean to say that, but
Don't say stuff like that. You're tired of what?
I'm tired of it because what did I see? What did I see?
You don't remember where at you seen the 2 kids?
It was around Beach Creek.
Like what part of Beach Creek?
Okay, I was driving. I was driving from that way to Kingsport. I don't know much about that area, but because I'm like only time I've been there, like looking at leaves, shit like that. But probably about 8 miles from Kingsport.
Was it by Summers? Was it by Summers' house? Could it have been her and her brothers, or her brothers in the road?
No, it was more like a 4 or 5 miles before you get to that place. I drove back through there, Crystal. Like
hold on a minute, Blue Solo. What do you mean you're having trouble breathing, September? Yeah, he's drinking, Suzette. You get us all hyped. You almost had me believing maybe you hit Summer.
No.
Okay. See, that's what I mean. See the suspense?
Yeah. Listen. Yeah, but no.
Okay, but what do you... So go ahead. Tell me, what was that feeling like that day seeing those kids? Is it what's your theory? What's your theory about what happened to Summer?
I thought it was very abnormal that day. And which I just kept on driving and went back to, my house and stuff. And this was like I said, like 8 or 10 days before someone went missing and stuff. But listen, no, I never go down to that area. Never. But I did, like 8 or 10 days before that. But yeah, I seen 2 children in the road. 2 children in the road. And then a car.
You said you had cousins on Light Hauler, you told me once. Do you go visit them?
I don't never visit them. Yeah, I know. I got all kinds of cousins down there and stuff, but they're not the type of people that would hurt a child. Crystal,
Okay.
they ain't, and I ain't either. Sell a lot of pot and shit like that, and a lot of them went to jail.
You do resemble Scott H. I swear you could be like his dad or his brother.
I don't know Scott H, but I sure as hell like him because I love his voice, don't you? Like he makes you go to sleep, don't he?
Yeah, he got a manipulative voice, making people.
Oh, not manipulative.
I think he makes these women on here think he's handsome. He hit his face forever, and then you get a look at him, and he's like, ugh.
Oh my goodness! So you're saying I look like?
Hey, can you describe the children? What did the children look like?
Blonde-headed children.
About what age?
I would say 7 or 8. One was a little bit shorter than the other one. I just remember I didn't have to swerve. But
do you know some people in my chat are curious? Do you know any Dobbs?
No, ma'am, I don't know any Dobbs.
Moonshine Girl said you look like Henley Winkler.
I wished I did. I wished I did. Henry Winkler like the Fonz. I wished I did.
How tall was the children and what kind of clothes were they wearing? People want to know.
They were in shorts. If I remember correctly, they were in shorts and just like little tops. But they didn't look like they were happy. I remember that.
Were they boys, girls?
I think it was a boy and a girl. But I'm 100 years old. I just drove around them, but there's a middle road. Like I said,
I hate calling you Blue Solo. Can I have are you willing to give me your first name?
No. You probably already know. You're smart. You probably already know it. But
I never really looked into you, so I don't.
But no, I don't want to. But yes, ma'am. No, they was like
yeah, why does it bother you so much that you would pew yourself?
Say that again.
You said that it bothers you so much that you would just pew yourself. Off yourself. Why does it bother you so much that you would do that?
Well, a lot of that is probably not my general life right now. Crystal.
You swerved and missed them. You didn't hit them.
No,
right?
I didn't swerve, missed them. I had to go away. I didn't swerve, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And then what was crazy though was the vehicle. Once I went past them and stuff, was people in a car, and they were getting out of the car. They had stopped, and they looked me dead in the eye, and I just drove around and I just went on. I went on. I just drove home. And then like this only like 8 days later, this summer well shit happened. And I'm like,
That's crazy.
I'm
So
like,
I forget, what kind of car did you say you were driving again?
Say that again.
What kind of car did you say you were driving again?
A Ford Taurus.
Taurus, that's what I thought you said. Oh, people were saying they think you should go to rehab for drinking so much. You weren't drinking and driving, were you?
No, ma'am, I have not drank and drive in 30 years. It was 1994 since I drove and drank last time.
Danny, what do you mean? What kind of car do you think it is? The vehicle is important. What color is your Taurus?
Red.
Ugh. Why is everything red?
Excuse me, I don't know. I guess it's a common color.
Do you think it was a setup to get you to stop so they could rob you? Moonshine Girl asked.
You know, I kind of wonder that, ma'am, because Beach Creek is known for stuff like that. But I was going to stop. Yeah, yes, ma'am. I thought about that. I wasn't going to stop.
Can you remember what kind of vehicle it was that was parked above the kids and what color?
It was an SUV. Like a gray SUV.
Yeah.
And there were people in it and people out of it.
Suzette wants to know, what was the point of the story and what was the importance in you saying it?
Can you tell me? I don't know. I'm just saying that's what I seen that day, 8 days before Summer went missing.
He answered all that, Mama Bear. You'll have to rewind.
8 days before she went missing, 8 or 9 days. And
He said 8 or 9 days he was driving. He never goes to the country. It was like May 31st or June 1st. He woke up. He had a hangover he was trying to get rid of. When he got by 347, is that what you said?
Yes,
there was 2 kids in the road. If I remember correctly, around that time, there was a story of 2 children being left in the road.
I don't know nothing about that, but I just know I was driving back through the mountains on 347. I seen 2 kids in the road in the middle of the road.
And they were blonde kids about 7 or 8 years old and looked unkept.
Yes, ma'am. And then right after I passed them, there was a SUV with people inside and outside, and one lady.
They were blonde Glenview Tops. Glenview Tops is asking if they were Hispanic.
No.
But
the one lady, when I was passing the SUV, stuck out her hand like she wanted me to stop, and I didn't.
I'm not sure. I don't think he said a blue. Did you say they were by a blue house? Yeah.
No. But
I don't know.
I'm just, Crystal, I'm just telling you.
2 weeks before summer, do you think it has anything to do with summer?
In my mind, I think so.
Why in your mind?
Y'all's Crystal, listen. It was like only 8 or 9 days. I never go down through there. And why would 2 children be in the road, middle of the road, disheveled? Why would a car load of people.
What road was it? Was it a main road?
It was 347. Beach Creek Road, baby.
Not like a side road or off of a side road?
Yeah, no, I don't go through side roads. I didn't even go out on that goddamn road. That's like a
that's what it
main
was.
road.
That's what it was.
So what do you think? What do you think, Crystal?
I don't know. That's what it was, Birdie. That's what I think but it was the same day as summer. Supposedly,
No, it wasn't the same day.
6:15. You're
was
sure it wasn't the same day Summer went missing?
No, it was like 8 or 9 days before.
Okay.
I remember this. It rained that day. It was a shower.
Check this out. Let's do this. Hold on. It rained that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It rained while I was, listen, it rained that day on the other side of the mountain when I was driving through Goshen Valley. And I remember this. There were tree workers on the other side of the mountain. And, I remember I had to stop, go slow. I was on Goshen Valley Road. I had to go slow because there was like tree workers and stuff. And I had to slow down and everything before I hit,
And it was in the morning?
Ma'am, I think it was like I think it was 1 or 2 in the day. I think I got up had drank a lot the night before, and then I got up, and took a shower and stuff, and I was hungry as hell, but I think I left my house like Crystal, I think I left my house like a 12 or 1. And then
All right. It rained in May and June of 2021. Rainfall dates in Beach Creek, Tennessee included sporadic rain showers on, you said the last day of May, which it did rain on the 29th. It rained on June,
it may have been
June 2nd. And then again on the 8th, the 12th, and the 14th. We've heard it rained on the 14th. Summer was watching lightning with Dawn and Candace.
Yeah.
And then it rained again on the 19th, the 20th through 21st. Remember the big storm. And then on the 27th.
Okay, it was probably a couple of weeks before Summer went missing that I was driving through there. But I do remember it rained.
Did you ever meet Dawn Wells?
Ma'am, I've never met him in my life, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I act stupid and stuff like, yeah, I know Don Will, but no, ma'am, I haven't.
So I'm going to guess it was either May 29th or June 2nd that you were in Beach Creek, based on the days it rained.
I think it's probably close to the June 2nd. Yeah, I think so. Because
it did not rain the day Summer went missing.
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Have you ever met Fred or Tim Mullins?
No, ma'am. I sure haven't.
Have you ever met anybody connected to Summer's case, or do you know anybody?
Yes, ma'am.
People that live in Beach Creek or family?
Both.
Oh, that's odd. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I hate to keep
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I'm gonna go cut pumpkins with my kid.
Can you
I
talk to
want
me
some
again?
pumpkin seeds. Tic Tac said, "What's your name?"
Blue Solo.
Blue Solo. Shy said, "Thank you for being honest."
Yeah, I'm being very honest. Crystal, can you talk to me a little bit more?
What time is it? Yeah, I guess. I'm never going to get these pumpkins cut. Do you know I have to give candy out tomorrow night and I didn't even decorate outside? I stole all the decorations. My daughter's mad at me. If I don't cut pumpkins with her, she's going to.
Oh, I understand. Hey, you know Pete Clark?
Yeah, Glenview, he said that he's kin to some of the lights on one of my panels before. And Mike, didn't you say you gave me the name Mike?
Yeah, you know I know Mike. But you know Pete Clark?
Maybe.
You know Pete. Everybody's been talking about him.
God.
Well, I guess they talk about his son and shit. But yeah, I know Pete. Pete, Rusty, and Craig. They're my buddies. But yeah, Pete died a few months ago.
Yeah, he moved back to Indiana or something, right?
They was always going to Indiana. I'm from Long Island, Crystal, and Pete, and Pete, Rusty, and Craig lived 2 doors down from me, and then they lived beside me. But yeah, Pete was my buddy, Pete Clark. Uh, yeah, I know what when y'all talking about the
Think there's any chance he knows Ernie?
Ernie. I met Ernie. I don't know him that well. Listen, Ernie's full of shit. I mean, I
Yeah, but
don't mean.
Pete Clark and Ernie have family in the same area of Indiana, and if I remember correctly, Kentucky. Like one of Pete's family members was married to a shell. Or maybe it was even Pete. I'd have to go back. I covered it a couple months ago when Ernie came on my panel.
Well,
what do you know about that?
I haven't talked to Pete since we was in a motorcycle wreck many years ago, and we both got hurt really bad. But
oh,
but I haven't talked to him for like 20 years.
Have you ever met his son? Have you ever met Brandon?
No, ma'am. I was in a rehab, drug rehab. I don't take drugs. Never had that. Been had alcohol problem. I don't know if you know that, but I was in alcohol rehab with Pete's brother Craig, not Craig, but Rusty. We was in there for like 45 days, something, you know. But together. But yeah, but I growed up with them guys. I know them guys.
Well, he was married. I heard through the grapevine that he was married to somebody that lives up on Light Hauler. I'm not going to give the name.
Hey, you know what's wild, Crystal? I shouldn't tell you this.
If it's something that shouldn't be on YouTube, don't.
You know, I've got 7 brothers and sisters.
Yeah, you've told me that before.
Okay, and
what did you do for a living?
I'm a carpenter.
Carpenter? That's hard work.
Yeah.
What do you do? Build houses or just?
I build and remodel, but I'm, you know, I don't.
Do you whittle?
Do what?
Do you whittle?
No, I don't whittle.
No. Running Bear, Pete Clark is Brandon Clark's father.
Yeah, I know though. Pete was a good guy. I loved him. Pete, Craig, and Rusty live 2 doors down from me on Jared Drive when I live in Long Island. When I was a
What
kid.
did you think of his son taking JLR through the woods?
Oh, ma'am, I don't know nothing about that. I mean, I don't know what. Ma'am, I don't know nothing about that.
You didn't see it?
No, Crystal, I don't get on the internet that much. I mean,
well, maybe tomorrow night when I come on, we'll watch it. It's a good video. It's insightful.
Okie dokie.
I want to know why they collect toilets back there.
They collect toilet. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why do certain people shit in buckets?
Because they're toxic as fuck. That's why they're toxic. Listen, she has no fucking excuse. I take water pills. This is embarrassing. I'm going to tell you guys all something really embarrassing about myself. When my swelling's really bad, look, I'm not swollen today. Last night I was horrible. Okay. When my swelling's really bad and I have to take extra Lasix, usually when I come back from the hospital, I have a medical potty that I put down here so I don't have to climb the steps to go upstairs or downstairs. And I use that. They have ways that you can keep it safe that you could pee and poop in a medical potty. Now, you know that bitch had fucking welfare medical. They pay for them for free, right? Why are you shitting in a bucket? You're doing it because you're dirty and you're toxic and it's fucking gross. Go get a fucking medical potty and get rid of the shit the way you're supposed to.
Hey, listen, Crystal. You know, I do a lot of bathrooms.
Moonshine Girl wants to know if you know someone named David Mullins.
No, ma'am, I don't. But hey, listen, I work for a lot of doctors, and I asked one of them. I said if he was a cancer doctor. I forget what the name of it is. I said, do you ever have to? Do you ever tell your people they have to shit in a bucket and save their shit and stuff? He said they ain't no way that ever happens. He said anybody told you that is crazy. And this JSB or BSO or whatever, this crazy lady that's sat in the trailer, she's crazy.
He's related to a bunch of people, Running Bear, even down on Beach Creek, on Light Hauler, everywhere. Yeah. He's answered that before. He has a lot of the people we speak about. He said he's related to them.
Yeah, all the Lawsons.
Yeah, Mike Lawson. That's who we were talking about that night. But listen, I don't want you to feel forced. If you know anything or hear anything, don't feel forced to come on my YouTube and say it here. You always go to the feds or something first. But it's important you don't come around and you don't spread rumors. You have to be truthful.
You know, but Crystal, you know, I just like to fuck with people.
I understand that, but you have to go to the community that likes that too then. Like the trauma and drama community, because a lot of them
that's all it is.
Here for
that's all
answers.
It is, Crystal. That's all it is, Crystal. It's like a trauma drama and shit, and that's what I do. And it's fun.
Tiffany Marie and Benny and Cher, yeah, definitely. They're definitely Prayer Garden, Ziggy.
Yeah. Now, well, I mean, Ziggy, yeah.
Who do you think is the biggest drama channel?
She's also just about fun, you know.
Yeah, it's okay to have fun, but if you're like, I don't mind having fun, but when I come on, I'll tell you this ain't about, like, for instance, this week, my lives were about clowning Cher and Benny and Tiffany. That was my Halloween theme.
Hey,
okay? That's what I'm doing for my channel, clowning motherfuckers, because they're clowns. That's what they are. They're fucking clowns. But anyways, when I say that, I don't get on there and say, well, hey, this is a stream to be serious about Summer. We're going to talk about somebody who might be a suspect in her case. And then, like, people are on here looking for real answers, not even that it's our place to do that, because I don't think that it is. But I also don't think that it's our place to cause extra speculation. Do you know?
But you know, Crystal, everybody listening to me knows I'm just a dumbass and I'm just acting like a fool. And everybody knows.
You should know that anything Blue Solo Cup says, he's telling y'all he jokes a lot. A lot of his shit that we take seriously are jokes, and that should be known.
Yes.
But you need to tell us, though, like, if it's a joke. You know what I mean? Like, right now, you're sitting there saying you've seen these 2 kids in the road in 2 weeks. Are you going to come on my panel and say, oh, I made that story up for fun?
No, ma'am, that really happened.
Okay.
That really happened.
Running Bear, he said he knows a lot of people in Beach Creek. He's from the area.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I'm from ma'am, I'm almost 60 years old. I've been in Kingsport for 60 years almost. But I don't never go down there that much. Hardly ever. I mean, I ain't been down there like well, shit, man. I ain't been
like
down
Mama
there.
Bear said, this case isn't a joke. Please understand that. That's all.
I don't mean it to be a joke.
I know, but you should tell us, like, hey, I'm joking around, or you know what I mean? It just causes a lot of problems and fights, and then people are curious and want to know who you are, and they want to dig into your business.
But look how,
then they'll go on here and say
know,
you're suspect. Your story tonight of seeing 2 kids in the road might go to another channel, and they'll say, oh, he hit Summer, he's seen kids. Or do you understand what I'm saying? Because you come on and you tell tales, they'll switch it around to hurt you. That's what these creators.
No. I seen 2 kids on the road like 2 weeks before Summer went missing, and then
okay, so we're clarifying
an
that
SUV
prior.
An SUV, people inside and outside, and a woman tried to wave me
He was
down.
in a red Ford Taurus, which, by the way, everybody always fucking has a Taurus. That's another car that's everywhere, at least there. Everybody I knew growing up with had a Taurus. What year was it?
Oh shit! I always drive shitty cars. It's probably like a 2001 or something like that.
Yeah, that was when they were really big. I remember when I didn't graduate, but I remember when all my friends were graduating. They all got Ford Tauruses or Grand Ams.
Yeah, man. I always drive shitty cars. I'm poor as hell, Crystal. I mean, I ain't poor. I'm a carpenter and stuff, and making enough money, but I don't never drive new cars. I have never had a car payment in my life. Or anything like that. I mean, just if you seen me.
So, what made you drive to the country that day?
What?
What made you drive to the country that day? Just that you were hungover? You wanted to?
I was hungover that day, and I was just like, kind of, just wanted to drive. Crystal, are you a drinker?
I used to be. I don't know more. I have to take crazy medications, and it don't. I take a lot of heart medicine and blood pressure medicine, and every time I drink, like I've tried, I like vodka, I like tequila.
Well,
so
Crystal,
every time I drink, I get really, really sick, and I end up in the hospital. So probably about 8 years ago, I quit drinking altogether.
Well, that's good. Well, Crystal, I've always had a drinking problem. I've been throughout rehabs. Crystal, I've had 4 DUIs. And plus
that's
one.
That's not good. Did you ever hit a person?
No, hell no. +1 in Virginia. So I've had actually 5 DUIs, but I haven't had a DUI since like 1994. I don't drive and drink. I'll walk. I'll walk to the store. For I would never drive and drink.
Yeah, that's the safest bet. Don't drive and drink.
But Crystal, I've been through like rehabs and shit like that and stuff. But anyway, that day, I'm sorry, that day, yeah, I was out.
Glenview Top said when he was young, he used to like to ride his dirt. He used to like to ride dirt. I'm gonna say dirt and back roads. I was gonna say dirt bike. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. In the country roads, I like sometimes I'll have one of my kids or a friend pick me up because I don't drive. I go drive out in the country. I love driving in the country, fresh air.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Crystal, I know a lot of people.
Especially in the fall.
Pennsylvania. I know a lot of people in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, from the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah, well, they have your same accent. They're like kind of like a kick your ass accent, you know, like Mr. Diminick.
We come off much rougher than we are.
Like Mr. Diminick, I work for him. He lives. He's got a big old nice house and stuff, and I do work for him, and he sounds just the same as you do.
Who? What's his name?
Mr. Diminick.
Oh, Diminick.
He's a good guy.
I don't think I ever heard that name.
He's from Pittsburgh, and you know he's like right.
Moonshine Girl wants to know. Moonshine Girl wants to know if you know a Mark Dixon.
Now, Mark Dixon, can you ask her? Mark Dixon from Long Island?
From Long Island, or who said that?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Tic Tac says, "Tell him this live will be turned over to the police if he wants to be famous." I don't think this live needs to be turned over to the police, Tic Tac.
Yeah, I go ahead.
If you want to, though, it's fine. I'm okay with anybody turning anything in on my channel. Just know I'm not the one turning little stuff in, because I'll turn in big stuff if I really feel it relates to Summer's case. And if I turn things in, I don't tell people what I'm turning in, because then you're giving the suspect a chance to fuck around.
Yeah, but I don't know. I know Mark Dixon from Owen Island. I don't know if they know that. I know.
How long ago did you live in Long Island?
Oh Lord, man, it was like the 1970s. I'm pretty old.
Oh, that's the year I was born.
Yeah. How old are you, Crystal?
47.
You good looking, I tell you that.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, yeah, I live over in the island. Yeah, a lot of people. I think Scott H probably went to Southern South.
Went to where?
Southern South. That's where I went. You know, but I think Scott H probably went over there. That Scott H, he just seemed like somebody I would know. You know,
I don't like him.
You don't like him?
No. He attacked me one time, like real dirty.
Well,
I was like, oh, you know, when the penis goes in, and like it was gross just because I said I didn't believe Squall's story, which I'm not saying like I don't completely believe it. I just don't think she's a grown ass woman. You ain't gonna fucking stick a diaper on somebody after one fucking beer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. And it wasn't even that I didn't believe her story. It was that I believed TT's story more. And they were fighting like, oh, that's my story. This is my story. And then it come to find out that neither story's the fucking same. It just stupid, ridiculous shit people attack you for on here. And Scott gets really, really belligerent with women. Like he's disgusting. And he doesn't care what he says to them. He doesn't care that it hurts their feelings. He's male chauvinistic to me. I just don't. I'm not a big fan.
Well, ma'am, I don't know anything about that. I've never been chauvinistic or act crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if other people like him. I tell everybody like who you want. You know, everybody has a point of view and something to add to Summer's case that has covered her case. It doesn't mean we all like each other or get along, or I think Scott has played a lot of games in Summer's case because he, you know, the drive arounds, let's time this, like they're acting like they're the police. A lot of ties with the Chase situation and AB's Discord, secretive shit. He, like, just the fights with Gavel and Krama, just a lot of drama surrounds him. You would think that he was a girl.
Well, ma'am, I don't know nothing about all that crap. I'm just a beer drinker.
You're just a watcher. You're a watcher. I get it.
And I just try to screw with people and stuff. But yeah, I like all of y'all. I love you. The hell of you. I love the way I love your voice. I love the way you talk to people, and like you're straight shooter, and you just like kick people's ass and stuff. But
I don't kick nobody's ass. Aw, thank you.
But listen, listen. I even love PG. She hates me, but I even love that dang bitch.
I don't know what to think of her, Garden.
Well, she's crazy. She's a fucking
I just don't
bitch.
like Cher and like Benny. There's just a lot of games.
Whatever happened to Benny?
I don't like. Listen, if the Wills want to come out and talk, or any family in a case like this, if they want to come out and talk, that's fine. Interview them, go over their interview, analyze them. In my opinion, and I don't mean this rudely, so Dawn and Candace, don't take this rudely. I've said it before. I think they're clean today.
Yeah.
I think they could raise their kids today. But if you go back just 3 years ago to 2021, they were not clean. And I feel like a lot of YouTubers took advantage of that. If you know what I'm saying. And they exploited them. And they exploited them for money. That's not saying Dawn and Candace are innocent or guilty. It's saying that it caused confusion and chaos. A lot of mix-up. You've seen things that made people judge them that we probably shouldn't have known about with their addiction, like people having Dawn online. Benny, who was he? I think it was Benny's panel. He was on a night. Candace has a rubber hematoma thing around her wrist, and there's a needle, and she's all fucked up like this, and Dawn's taking a shit. It was Benny. Benny's reading a letter on his panel. Like that's not funny. That's real life, and they're real humans, and that's real addiction. And that's exploiting it, and it's gross.
Yeah. I understand. I've never done shit like that, Crystal. I'm not that way. I'm a good guy. If you ever met me in my life, you think, man, you're a good guy.
I think you're a guy getting on here. I think you're a jokester, and I think you have to watch how you joke and when you're joking and what the topic is.
Yeah. Hey Crystal, can I go and get me a beer out of the refrigerator?
You can go get you a beer. I've been on here for an hour more than I wanted to be.
Can you keep talking to me?
No, please. I'm going to go because I got to go.
No, please. Let me get one beer.
I got to go cut pumpkins.
Okay. Please, just talk to me a little bit. Okay? Let me get a beer, okay?
Go get your beer. Oh my God, guys. Uh-oh, my cats are beating my dog up. Hold on, I'll be back.
Hey, Crystal. You know what? Hey, Crystal, you still there? Hey, Crystal. Crystal, you still there?
I'm still here. I had to mute. My animals just got into a fight in the kitchen and my daughter was screaming.
You know what, Crystal? I
have 2 cats that don't belong to me and they hate my dog. And every time my dog walks past him, they try to attack him. And it becomes a whole out fucking brawl. And I got to get rid of these cats. Just give me a minute. I got to make sure my daughter's okay because she was screaming.
Okie dokie. I love cats. I don't have cats, but I got 3 that stay here.
Dude, these ones hate my dog.
I got my dog.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okie dokie.
Is he hurt?
Do what?
Okay. Everybody's fine. Nobody got injured.
Yeah. I have 1 dog and I have 3 cats that hang around here.
Hi, Amanda. I didn't say hello to everybody. Let me, because I'm going to be getting off soon, but let me say hello to everybody that came in. Jill, I didn't even see you. I haven't been paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Hello, everyone. Y'all just heard some crazy shit in my house is normal. Did you see my Halloween decorations, Blue Solo?
Can I see it?
God,
yeah, I like it.
Do you? Look, that's Cher. We got to go over it every day. That's Cher, the dollar store clown on the end.
Yeah.
You got Krama next to her.
Are you serious?
Yeah, look, there's Slithers the witch.
Who's Slithers?
Gavel with the funky hair. You got Jody Sue with the eyeshadow right here.
Don't even
And
know.
then Benny beard. You see Benny?
I love Benny.
And then look, there's Prayer Garden on the end.
Oh, Lordy mercy. Prayer Garden.
Mm-hmm. And then all the little witches are their minions. And all the wait, I forgot Ziggy's Boneyard. There's Ziggy's Boneyard with her 2 dogs and Fred.
Wasn't that crazy? Hey, hey, speaking of Fred, I know that guy.
You know Fred?
I don't know him personally that well, but yeah, yeah. My folks know his folks. You know what I mean?
Your folks know his folks. Because you just told me a little bit ago you didn't know him.
No, I don't know him. But I know
Was you arrested with them 32 people Pam O'Connor wants to know?
No, but half my family was.
That's what he was telling me last time he was on my panel. He says he knows these people and that they were arrested and they were involved in that. Which is why when you give me jokes like 33 minus 1 and it equals 32, to me that shit sounds like you're talking about some missing person out of that case that might have Summer.
No. But yeah, half those people of my family.
What are you laughing at, Malaya?
And
one second.
A lot of them are still pissed off about it.
All right. When you're done cooking, what are you cooking? Daddy made food. Check the fridge. There better be some left. I'm sure he put it in the fridge. Mama Bear wants to know, sir, do you know if half your people have Summer or not? Hell, I'll ask ya.
Shit, no. They ain't that type of people. They were drug people.
Okay, but do you think it could be that Dawn might have owed a debt to somebody?
Let me tell you this. The people I know, half my family got caught up in that, or more than half my family. They got caught up in that and everything. Shit. But listen, they were into drugs and shit like that, but not nothing like nothing like abducting a child. But let me tell you this.
What? Hold on. Amanda, where did you hear that?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, see, that's the rumors I don't want in my chat, honey. Please. I don't mean that rudely, but if it's a rumor, like, can you tell me who Joel Wolf is, or that's the kind of stuff that needs to go to the feds and not to my chat, if that's okay. On Facebook, I've seen it on Facebook.
Yeah, but Crystal, yeah, wasn't that type of people. They were dealing in drugs, cocaine, and fentanyl, meth, and shit like that.
What do you think about the fact that Dudley Aton's family member has so many connections to that world?
Well, I was just going to say, but one of those people was connected to like a child trafficking and stuff. When the lights and stuff, but as far as the rest of them, they're not.
Are you talking about Frank?
Maybe I shouldn't talk. But anyway,
well, his name's out there. Squall made a big deal out of him. His name's everywhere. Is that who you're speaking about?
Yeah, well, just one of them. But that was only one connected to that drug bust that was into that shit. But those guys, all those guys, they were into drugs and trafficking and stuff. And
Joe has a question, but I don't understand it. MB has Goid. Could you ask some of them? I don't know what you're saying, Jill. I'm sorry. I don't understand that.
Does she have a garter on her neck? Because my dog does. Like a big old knot on his neck. Does she have a garter?
Thank you, Lady R. Yeah, that's just, and I don't mean that rudely, Amanda. If it's something that's not confirmed, I don't want to start any more rumors over here. I don't mind hearing that kind of stuff in my messenger when I get a chance to check it, which I'm horrible at, but eventually I do. And I'll look stuff up, and if it has any significance, I'll bring it out. But just in the public eye, because it causes a lot of mess, it's just best. I've learned on my channel not to do that. It causes fucking lawsuits. Fake ones.
Oh my God.
And then I end up in court getting sued because somebody in my chat said something, or, you know, and it just causes a lot of mess in Summer's case. You get people researching people, and I'm done with that shit. It's dangerous and it is scary. Like I said, you look into these 32 people that were caught, but it's not just them, in my opinion, and not just in Rogersville and Hawkins County, but all over the whole Appalachia, even here in Pennsylvania. That shit happens all over in these woods. You know what I mean? The making of the meth and things like that, and they have organizations that track that shit, but it's real and it's real life, and it travels from state to state to state to state, and the shit really happens, and you put people in danger when you go researching who these people are. Now you can report it like the news reports it in a safe way where you're not going to die. You know what I mean? Like, we hear the Hells Angels were arrested in Knoxville for trafficking shit. We could look up that guy, but I'm not going to go dig into that dude's family, his friends, his... Fuck no. I love my babies. I need to be here with them as long as I possibly can.
Yes.
So, and with that, I'm going to light another cigarette and take 5 minutes off my life.
Hey, Crystal, you know what? What kind of cigarettes you smoke?
I roll mine. I'm cheap.
My mom and dad, they smoked Pall Mall non-filters their whole life.
Ugh. You know why I started rolling them? Because I thought it would help me quit smoking. It don't. I thought, oh, I won't like them, you know? Thank you, Amanda. And I'm sorry if you thought I come off mean. I just don't want to spread. That's Per Gordon's shit. She does that, bringing up names and...
Yeah, Crystal, why does Pargarden hate me? I mean, I don't understand. I've always treated her
She
nice.
hates everybody. I think she hates herself. What was Mama Bear's question? Let me go look. Mama Bear wants to know, what do you think happened to Summer? What's your opinion?
You know what I think, Crystal? You know what I truly think? I think the little kid walked off in the woods and got lost, and they was just never able to find her. I don't think Crystal. I mean, not Crystal, but I don't think Candace or you know, Don. I don't think they ever hurt their
I
child.
think there's
I may be wrong. You know,
I think there's too many possibilities. I think there's a lot of dangerous people in the area. I think Dawn and Candace were into shady shit because we know they used. You know what I mean? I think that puts any child all over America or anything in the world at risk. It lowers their chance of being safe. I think Dawn and Candace had a lot of people and visitors at their house.
exactly. Yeah.
I think
Every Crystal, everything's suspect. Like, how about this white guy that's near him? Hey, how about why did people come from New York for 1 day, and then move back up?
yeah.
Yeah, and the Dobbs guy. Why was the crazy lady washing her feet off?
Well, what I want to know is, why do all
You
the
know,
same is
you
the
know,
Dobbs guy connect to the same places where the pill clinic was?
yeah, shit like that. Well, I don't know nothing about that.
And that's why I say it's a possibility that James Light's production could still be going, or a new one popped up. I don't think that's out of the realm. You know what I mean? I don't think when you put Dudley
Yeah.
in the situation and you hear, and this is just opinion and speculation, but when you put Dudley in a situation and you hear his family actually goes after people for money, like kidnapping people, walkie-talkie guys in army suits, and like real federal charges, not even charges like that website I shared with you all. That's a federal shit. And it connects to all of that shit because the people connect. When you go in and you read the shit, you could see the names. You could see that he's been connected to Beach Creek twice with 2 cases. You got the Jason Arnold case. And then you add in the Gary Simpson and Fred Hill and Ziggy and all that shit and their weird shit. They still ain't answering me. Where y'all at? Come
Hey,
on, Fred,
Chris.
you're the one that brought Cotton out here. Now you come and you either untangle your mess or you be truthful.
Hey, Crystal. Why was the crazy lady washing her feet out in the creek, and she hates children, and she spoke about hating children like 5 days before.
I think Jody Sue has.
I don't know
I don't know who you're talking about. In my opinion, I think Jody Sue has mental problems. That's my opinion. I think she lives in a made-up world. I think she thinks everybody's after her. In my opinion, it's like signs of schizophrenia. I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose her. But I think she thinks everybody's after her. Everybody wants her. You know, the tree drop crew was dropping pens so 100 of them can come in her car and look at her boobs and her sports bra with all of her fucking fat hanging out because for some reason she thinks she weighs 80 pounds. But I think Jody Sue is full of shit. But it bothers me that she was involved, in my opinion, in those arrests with the 32. And that she plays games. And that's the shit like that causes chaos, confusion. You hear Andy say things like, well, we go to Washington, D.C. to get weed. Well, dude, I can go to my fucking neighbor to get a 20 sack. What the fuck you got to go to Washington, D.C. for? The only reason you do that is if you're trafficking. You don't go to Washington, D.C. for some fucking weed. You understand?
Yes.
There was a guy in that arrest. I forget his name. I didn't share it. I didn't even save it because I wasn't even going to bring the Jody Sue aspect of it out. There was one man arrested in
Please
Sullivan
don't.
County. Don't what?
Please don't speak the witch's name.
You don't know what I'm going to say.
Go ahead and talk. Yes, ma'am.
There was a person, I believe it was a man, that was arrested in Sullivan County for the marijuana aspect.
Who is
And
he?
he had little minions that were selling the pot for him and doing deliveries for him. I think Andy was one of them. Y'all could go look at that website and go look at the arrests and that.
Well, you know, Dave.
Lots of connections to Chattanooga. Funny, Benny gets on here and calls Jody Sue's daughter Chattanooga.
Okay.
And I know who, well, there's somebody that comes in my chat. I'm not going to say the name because that person got 250 or 450 some months. But there's a person that comes in my chat under the name of the person that was arrested in the Chattanooga one.
Yes, ma'am.
But that woman still has to be in jail. So I think it's squall.
I keep on hearing that squall. What the hell is that about?
Dude, that's such a long story. We'd need a whole 6 days.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Crystal, you know what's wild? You know what's wild? You know what's crazy?
We asked him, Lady Or, he said no, he doesn't know Jackie Dobbs, but he's also curious about Jackie Dobbs.
Crystal, my sister died like back in May. Listen, you know what's crazy, Crystal? My sister died, and she was married to a Brown, you know, and Dave, you know, you probably, I don't know, you know, Dave did a lot of pot and cocaine, you know, and stuff. But you know where they buried Carol, my oldest sister, Carol?
I don't, honey.
Morrison Cemetery, right across the street from the Wells.
Yeah. When did she pass away?
Back in May.
This last May. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, she was a good person, but They used to deal a lot of pot and shit. And Dave died like 2006.
It's hard when you lose your family.
But
honey,
anyway,
I know you're enjoying talking, but I really do got to get off of here because it's late, and I promised my daughter I'd carve pumpkins with her.
Okie dokie, I'll let you go, ma'am. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah, and I'll come on tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow, what I want to go over, let me show you guys real quick. I find this fascinating, and it really doesn't have nothing to do with summer, but it does. This cornbread mafia stuff. I posted a bunch of stuff, but it is a real, and actually Terry Southern girl thanked me for posting it, but I find it interesting and I want to go over it. There's some people, one that had just passed away not too long ago, and then there's another guy who I believe is still alive, but they talk about their ties to the cornbread mafia, and we will talk about that tomorrow. Okay.
Hey, Crystal, it may be
DB wants to know if you know him.
I've certainly met you, buddy. Yes, sir. But ma'am, sometimes I don't go on here for months or at a time. But yeah, Andy, I know you.
Where do you know him from?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, tomorrow night we'll talk about it.
But listen, old Crystal, I might not be on here tomorrow night. You might not see me for 6 weeks or something. I mean, I just don't get on here that much. But when I do,
okay. Well, when you do stop over, I'll be here.
I
really gotta go. Andy just came in. Yins will have me here for another 10 hours. I gotta go cut pumpkins.
Hey, can I ask this? Where can I see Andy at? Is he going to be in another live? I could go over there.
Are you going to another live, Andy? I know, baited. Lady R. Are you going to another live, Andy? He wants to know. He said, shit, I'm bouncing around. Who's live? Let's see. Who do I have that's live? Ziggy. Reviewing some Paul's content and kill. Oh, she's going over my shit.
I don't think Ziggy don't let me talk no more. I mean, I
think
love
she's playing my stuff, so y'all could go over there and bullshit.
I love Ziggy.
Hi, Ziggy in chat. I hope you're addressing the Cotton Simpson and the Hulbauer shit. I'm gonna come over and listen.
I love Ziggy, but
I'm cutting pumpkins.
I don't think she lets me over no more. I mean, I love Ziggy, but she don't let me over no more.
Well, she's watching me, so she hears you.
Maybe
she'll come over there so you can answer Andy, so you and Andy can talk. I really got to go cut pumpkins.
Do you think Ziggy would let me on?
I don't know. You'll have to go over and see. Yes, September Moon saying yes, she would.
Okie dokie.
All right, guys. Peace and love. I'll see you tomorrow to go over the cornbread mafia.
Bye, Crystal.
Bye. Mwah.